everybody? Dan was over here choking to death.
Yeah, he's crying.
Sometimes I just cry a little bit.
Welcome back to Charisma Plus. I think we're on.
You again?
We're on episode 32. I think so.
33?
We're on 33, 32. I think I typed in 32.
More than 30?
32.
Yeah, that's more than 30.
Yeah, welcome back.
32.
Welcome back. Welcome back. How y'all guys doing? Yeah, we're going to play a little bit of Dungeons & Dragons, 5th edition. If you're new, welcome. We are getting pretty close to the end of our story, but we're not quite there yet. We just got back into the elven city called Aseth-Lal. So let's give you guys a recap of the last episode. The last episode, you guys were in a... basically in a shop that sells curses. And you had gone down this stairway into an open room, kind of like I call it a green room, but it was just some flowers that were growing, some blue and black flowers. And in the middle was a character named Genma, who Indri's character's been looking for. And then you guys had to fight about it, right?
Yeah, easy fight.
Yeah, I think
something like that.
The pollen from the flowers would cause the effect of stun, and I think everyone was okay except for Indri. He got stunned.
Yeah, that was something.
The single Inryu seemed to split into 3 total Inryus. Genma, excuse me. And then
No.
as the fight went on, you guys kind of eventually figured out that the room was kind of covered in like an aura, kind of like a key since Indri's a monk, and so it's Genma. After you guys beat all the Genmas, a little flower bud kind of sprouted in the center. This large plant came to life. It was already kind of alive, but then it kind of activated, you could say, during the fight. And then you guys figured out Genma, the real Genma, had been kind of grabbed by this plant, and it was basically draining his aura and his ki out. So essentially, you guys fought 3 Genmas instead of just 1. Yeah. So
Fun fight right there.
yeah, there's a whole party there, and if it was just 1-on-1, Terrence Inri would probably get wrecked.
Inri wouldn't have lost. He would have lost against the Dungeon Master dice that like to crit.
They do like to crit a lot.
I think he worked the shit out of Perry.
Yeah, who all went down that fight? Joy didn't join the fight. Joy stayed out because he was still suffering from resurrection sickness.
Helena dropped and Perry dropped for sure.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, because Perry wasn't doing too good.
He couldn't hit anything, man.
Yeah, he couldn't hit anything, and man, his death saves are pretty bad. But you guys saved him. And then I'm trying to think of anything like real major that happened during that fight. You guys basically just beat him. You talked to him. And what was kind of the I don't know, what vibe was he getting off? What was his response? You trying to save him, put him on the right path?
Put him on the right path. Was his response basically told Inri you got to get stronger. Then he 5-finger death punch, put him on a 5-year lifespan.
Yeah, gave you a 5-year lifespan. If you can't
get stronger, you're gonna die.
Can't get strong enough to survive it when it pops. It's the level 17 monk thing, the way of the open palm move they do, to where you take 10d10 of damage. And if you're not strong enough, it's going to kill you.
You're just gonna die.
Would you be able to take that right now if he rolled pretty good?
What? Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, easy peasy. Kind of live with like so much extra health. I'm like, was that it?
Yeah, is that it? All right, we'll give you 5 years, which is a long time because 1 week lasts forever in this campaign.
Yeah.
Well, now that we're back in the urban setting, you talked with him. You tried to put him back on like the right path, but he seemed very crush the weak and the strong rule kind of thing. You got 2 scrolls from him, like larger scrolls, like kind of that you recognize from the temple. Yep. And you guys were going to leave, but you heard like a kind of a shrill voice. This old lady was very mad that her baby flowers were dead. And the hag came in there and put you guys all to sleep. You guys woke up. Yeah, except for Torian.
Bitch hit me with 2 fireballs.
She hit you with fireballs instead. Which the inside of this whole place was burnt, and now you kind of understand why, because he's just like fireball and everything. But so you guys woke up kind of in a hidden away chamber, basically a torture chamber. You guys were all had your pinky finger and your ring finger on your left hands have been snipped off. But you guys are able to free yourselves, and then before you were able to escape the room, the crows showed up, and they told you guys that they had basically bought your freedom from the hag, and helped you guys get out, get all your gear back. Halanir, your helmet was missing, but they said they retrieved it. Which the weird part was it's been removed from you.
Yeah, no.
And then after you guys got dressed back up, got all your gear, you guys decided to go towards the Mages Guild, to where you had access to basically a gateway to the Mages Guild and Aseth-Lal, which is where the quest is sending you guys away from Pearl's Reach. I'm so sad. Heartbroken.
We
You guys don't even know what Aseth-Lal is about yet.
we didn't even spend a whole damn. Well, yeah, we did because we got put out, but
Yeah, you guys, we spent
we'll
about
take one rest in there.
like 3 episodes that went over about a day and a half because you guys finally took a rest.
yeah.
Yeah, we got knocked out for 3.
That's true. So yeah, you guys had a week left, but when you came to, you only have 3 days left before the Heroes Feast, which you guys are supposed to bring this this potion that Arthas gave you and give it to Rainor. Basically, give him his worm medicine.
Deworm.
You guys had some power with Martha. You guys are feeling good. You guys leveled up last time because the fight with Gemma was supposed to be a major event, and so you guys got to level up off of that. So we left off as you guys opened the door within the Mages Guild, and before you, it's a very large, open, like grand library. Just instead of like having like all the marble floors and everything is warped wood. Now, it's not like cut wood. It's very much like the bark is still there. Like it's almost like outside of a tree, but you can definitely tell you're inside of a building. You look up, you can't even see the top of these books just kind of just go up, these large bookshelves. And there's piles of books on the ground. There's even just books that just seem to kind of suspend themselves in air, and you can see blue runes kind of drawn and sparklies about them. Just a lot of arcane stuff is going on in here. And you guys don't really see anyone when you step through. You seem to be alone for the moment. Burrell, the crow that set you guys free, he is, and if you're not familiar, the crows are basically like the Thieves Guild in this game, or they used to be. He steps through and waits for you guys to follow him.
Oh, yeah, step through.
Yeah. You guys all step through, and the first thing you notice is this kind of smell of sea and fish and not many pleasant things is replaced with kind of like almost like flowers, and it smells very, I'd say it's fresh.
Like nature.
Yeah, just like more of like the pleasant side of nature versus the salty, fishy side of nature. And the temperature actually goes up. It feels a little warmer here than it did where you guys just were.
But less humid.
Huh?
Is it less humid?
No. No, it's warmer here, and it does feel more humid. More than likely from all the nature stuff, you know. So yeah, you guys step through. And as you step out, Joy, you kind of step onto a book, and the book kind of goes, meh, and it like flies away as it comes out from under your foot, and it seems kind of like mad at you as this tome kind of flaps away.
Oh, it's unfortunate. I'm so sorry.
And as you guys all get through, you turn around, and there's the portal behind you begins to close, and you see a kind of just small white book turn itself and put itself back onto the shelf, and you can see Pearl's Reach on the side of it. And then beside that, you can see list of the other guilds. You can see Pearl's Reach, you can see Littlefort, you can see the one back in Riverfall. And there's a couple other ones, places you guys don't really recognize. And Boreal turns and he begins to walk, kind of in the only direction really you have. Like you're kind of in this, I'd say, kind of in this circle area that it goes up with all these books, and then again it kind of circles out, and then it circles out. It's very much like almost like an 8 with no connection. As you guys kind of step into like another circle area, and there's books that go to higher than you can see. And he continues walking.
Burrell, where are we?
This is the Aseth-Lal Mages Guild. This is the third time I've been here, and yeah, let's just get out of here before the Archmage sees us.
Should we not be in here?
They don't like. And he kind of like motions around how there's no one else in there right now. Privacy is.
Don't have permission to be here, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know if. He kind of like points to himself. I don't have permission to be here.
Well, let's go then.
Slobbering cause of this.
Candy?
That's candy. I'm trying to spit everywhere.
So good. It's just so good.
It's so juicy.
I guess we continue on, follow Burrell.
Well, eventually, after about 8 or so of these little things, you guys come out into a much larger open room. But it's just a much bigger area of the same thing you've kind of seen. Just endless books. So I don't know where they get all these books at. But in this, you guys seem to be kind of on the. You come up to some railing. You can look down into a bigger room. You can see there's an opening across the way, and there's actually other people in here. You see several different elves, mostly elves. You see there's about 16 other people in this room, but they're all
do these
robed.
guys seem to be students or actual like mages?
It's kind of a mix.
Okay.
Kind of a mix. They're still the same blue robes. Like you've seen the initiate robes. They're very basic and blue. But then there's also robes that there's the blue kind of around the edge, but then they're kind of white in the open spots, and they seem to be given direction. And in the center, you can tell an obvious person who looks like he should be an Archmage or some sort, given direction, wearing red robes and kind of almost has like ornate like shoulder pads on top of the robes that hang down and go over his chest. And you see kind of very pale blonde hair, very long pale blonde hair, like they're getting close to graying out, but still a hint of blonde, and no large beard or anything like that, but his eyebrows are they almost kind of like droop down beside him. And he has this kind of mustache that also droops down about as much.
Like blood elf or something like that?
Yeah, very much like a blood elf. And he turns and looks directly at all of you. He just kind of looks, and he just had no emotion, just looks at you guys, and you guys can see the very bright green eyes as he does.
Is he elvish?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. This guy looks more elven than other elves you guys have met before, if you could say that. And he kind of turns and he kind of just begins to float up towards you guys.
Oh, wow.
And almost like a little cloud under his feet. Not quite like a flying nimbus or anything, but just kind of almost like a fogginess under his feet as he kind of floats up. What are you doing here?
See if Burrell's going to respond, or maybe we have to talk.
And he kind of, Burrell, we the adventurers here are on a quest to deliver a potion to the dragon Rainor, and Archmage starts with M. Martha gave us permission to use the portal between guilds. Martha, He kind of like strokes like one long mustache hair.
She's a very kind woman.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know her?
Oh! He kind of like flicks his mustache. Imagine the Kill Bill master.
Yeah.
I made some of that.
Yeah.
Taught her everything she knows. But I don't see what permissions Martha could give you here to be in my Mages Guild.
Oh, she gave us a quick journey to Aseth-Lal.
And I suppose I just need to accept that. And he kind of like looks off to the side.
Well, we're on a quest. If we don't save Rainor, then this tree will it not die?
We do carry an elixir to, I guess, prevent these magical worms from feeding on him?
He's like, I've heard. He kind of holds his hand out. May I see it?
Is Enjoy's bag?
No, it ain't.
Is it not?
I show it to him.
Yeah. And he holds his hand out and then he'll
Put it in his hand.
Yeah, and he takes it, kind of swirls it, and he looks at it. He doesn't tip it. He doesn't open it, tip it out or anything, but he does.
What was your name, Archmage?
Dukron.
Kron.
High Moon.
High Moon.
And he kind of like, you can tell he's like filled with pride of his last name. He begins to swirl it, and he's obviously, looking it over very closely.
Like identifying it.
Yeah, and he does pop the top, and you can see him kind of swish a little bit and put it back, and he licks his thumb. Whoo! You look like it's like a tear. Oh, it's true. The tears of Gaia. And he hands them back to you. Do you know what you have been gallivanting about across? I don't know what they call the world, actually. I had the name, but across these lands with?
I'm afraid I'm not too magically inclined. I know it's an elixir to save Rainor, to keep him safe.
These are the very tears of the plane that we live on. Modified, of course, slightly, by a human mage named Arthas, which you've had the pleasure of meeting.
I know when we got them, I saw a vision of a lady and she was weeping. Are these her tears?
Indeed. They are. Quite a... You still got like the tear running down. Noble task that you have. Adventurers have all the fun. Like fluffs his robe out.
Just himself.
Yeah. All right, well, I won't keep you. Hurry along.
In our journey in Pearl's Reach, we, I guess we ran into an evil mage, and she removed 2 of our fingers. Is there any way we can get those back?
I'm no healer, but there should be ample skill within the great city of Aseth-Lal.
Do you know where we could go?
Oh, any of the temples, really. Preferably the Temple of Mercule, of course. As the other gods are... he kind of like looks around and like notices like Joy. Oh, well, they're
Stronger.
think they are at least. But very few times his strength just defeated the touch of death. Much less prolonged. That. And he kind of like holds his hand up. Let's not get into the politics. And historically, Aseth-Lal, they very much worship death more than they do the other gods. And this guy he's an old elf. More than likely, he's more in with the old times and the new times. And yeah, he just kind of wanted to check on you guys, and if you guys want to ask him anything, feel free to.
So is this Mages Guild connected to all the Mages Guild? Like there's passage to say if we wanted to go back to
Kind of like looks around. And he looks at Burrell, like kind of gives him the eyes. Well, I'm sure you saw the other books, but it's a very closely guarded secret. We don't want anyone, up to no good going and taking out Archmage after Archmage in easy succession. We'd like to know they're coming, or any other thing you can imagine. But he seems more concerned about like assassinations as he looks at Burrell. But yes, but they are not free for you to use. You will not have my permission. You can take the long way.
Sorry for the intrusion. As I bow.
Of course, we won't take up too much of your time.
No, I have plenty of it. No worries. See, I am of elven blood, and a mage at that. He's not like so much pompous as he does seem like just very confident in himself.
Yeah.
And Tippy, they're currently talking to the Aseth-Lal Archmage.
Okay.
This is he kind of like looks at you guys. This is all the magical items you have at your disposal.
We're very limited where we're from.
But we make the best use out of them.
Do you have anything interesting?
I pull out the immovable rod.
Oh, the child's play toy.
Play toy, but you can do so much with it.
Indeed, but it does need a child's mind to meet its ultimate potential. Creativity, if you would.
I have practiced with it many a times.
What do you mean practice?
I take it out,
Yeah.
pop it open, and then as it's sitting there, I jump on top of it,
Yeah, it's
and
just
then
like,
start doing the whole like just balancing act on it while yeah.
Can you give a performance roll for that?
are you trying to impress him?
Sure, why
If
not?
you're trying to impress him, yeah, performance roll.
What's up? Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. I got
You can use a performance, but you can, instead of using the charisma, you can use the dexterity.
So I can use acrobatics.
No, it's still gonna be a performance roll, like
Yeah.
check, but you can use your dexterity modifier instead of your charisma if your dexterity's higher.
Yeah, it's a +5. We'll go with that. It's better than the next one. 23.
And he's kind of admirable. Yes.
And then just do like one kick high in the air and like, thank you. As I go like,
It's like, but that. And he kind of like, may I?
and I hop down and close it back and yes. And I hand it to him.
And he takes it and he clicks it, and you can see like the cloud disappear from it. He begins to kind of hang from it. Ah! And he pulls himself up and pushes it and throws it back up there and grabs it. Ha! 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 And he like begins to like raise himself up higher. It's like stairs with no stairs. No heights I can't reach. And like the cloud begins to appear under his feet again. And it's quite impressive looking.
Thank you. Like Ninja Warrior.
Yeah.
And he's like, there's so much potential in such a little trinket. And he hands it back to you.
I take it. Thank you for showing me such a thing. And I bow to him again.
And I'm like, what's this? I'm sure it's a ring. She said if I ever needed it to just put it on.
Who gave you this?
Martha.
Martha. And he kind of like holds his hand out, and you can see a light blue glow in his palm. How much will you take for it? 10,000 gold.
Whoa.
What is it?
If you sell it to me, I'll tell you.
I can't do that.
Fair enough. Puts it back in your hand. It's complicated to explain. Imagine that you're about to get smited by a god. The ring will basically protect you for once.
Okay.
Quite a powerful little trinket, but only once. And then it'll shatter. As God striking you down versus actually trying to erase you from existence are two different things, which that will protect you from the latter. Which I don't know why she gave you that. Honestly. What trouble are you planning on getting into?
I wasn't planning on getting in any trouble.
Wouldn't it be better to just use divine intervention and have your god come and smite someone else?
Well, things such as that come at a high price, and I'm sure your god wouldn't appreciate you calling him on your every whim. As they are gods, and we are, well, you are mortals.
That's true. I am quite old and feeble now.
Is there anything else interesting you have? And he kind of like looks around like he's
I pull out the talking stones. I pull out one because I gave.
so many toys. I haven't seen one of those in. Where did you get that?
It's from a Vampire's Keep.
Yeah, he holds his hand out. Can I look at it?
And I handed it to him.
He kind of like turns it over and spits in the back of it and like starts like wiping it. I made these when I was 12. And it like showed you like a little like a scratch. Huh. I was wondering where these went. He just kind of like looks it over. Kind of almost looks disgusted with it. Can I? Let me see.
Oh, sure.
And he kind of like turns, and you can see like a glow. And he kind of turns back around with them, and they look almost like silver now instead of like stone. It's like much better. He kind of tosses them back to you.
Right.
He basically upgraded those. Now they have unlimited uses.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
He kind of like brushes his hand off. Vampire, you say?
Yes.
What was this vampire's name?
Lord. Oh my God. That's something stupid. I remember something.
Adolf.
Yeah. That's it.
Adolf. Never heard of him.
He did not seem to know much about the world either, but he is vanquished.
What is your opinion on these vampires? Are they an evil race that needs to be wiped from this earth, or?
I will not say, because I believe everyone has a choice to make. You can choose the path of evil or good.
They're abominations.
But we have met one that was not an abomination.
Oh, which one was that? He kind of like gives you like the eye look, like.
She. Oh boy, how do you explain this one? She's half human, half vampire.
Half succubus.
He kind of like squints when you say that.
She's quite rude, actually.
Who and what was her name?
Scarlet.
Oh, yeah, Scarlet. And then there's the other one.
That was the succubus.
Yeah. Well,
Scarlet?
she has both.
Well, Scarlet was the
Scarlet is Ruby.
Scarlet, that's the half
Yeah.
human, half
And
vampire.
there's Lavana.
Yeah,
You actually don't know if Scarlet's half human or anything.
We know she's a vampire.
Yeah.
He is Scarlet, the daughter of
Ruby.
Lady Ruby.
Yes.
No, she's pretty much vampire.
Then there was I thought she was full succubus.
Ooh, no, she was half.
No,
Yeah.
the other one was half succubus, half vampire.
Talking about Lady Lavana.
Yeah.
Lavon, yes.
Lavana.
And he kind of like, never heard of her either.
But it seems she did do evil things, but she forgot her past, and now
We talked her into being a stripper.
Oh, convenient. Succubus stripper. I would never have imagined.
she has a job now, and she doesn't have to do random acts of evil.
A laugh.
He's kind of listening. He's kind of got that look on his face, like he's not too sure if you're telling the truth or not. He's just kind of like,
Some of those things might seem evil.
They're for a good cause, though.
oh yeah, by the way, I forgot all about this. I think when you guys came through the portal, Galvin was actually on the other
He
side
was.
waiting
He
for
was,
you guys.
yeah.
I didn't really give
Yeah,
you
I
guys.
wasn't going to talk until you said
I didn't really give you
something
guys a chance to catch up. Galvin's there.
about it. I was going to let y'all go until, okay.
Yeah. Well, we can move Galvin. How about
Yeah, I
that? We
didn't know
can
if you
move
wanted
because
to
I
retcon that
didn't
or
want to. I forgot. It kind of takes away from the whole guys getting back together. And anyway, he will. Yeah, anything else you guys? He keeps asking you guys if you have anything interesting for him to show
I'm
him.
about to say, do you have anything interesting that you might be able to provide to us?
Are you part of the Mages Guild?
I am.
He kind of like looks at you. You are? What mage wears such gaudy armor?
I'm part of the Major Guild. How else do you think we got in here? Martha just wouldn't open the door and let anybody in, would she?
Well, show me your brand.
I have a brand.
Everybody in the Mages Guild has like a magical brand somewhere.
Oh, well.
It's usually like on like a chest or somewhere. It's not on your fingers or anything to be chopped off.
Yeah.
It's usually like on your like a major part of your body.
Yes, I show it to him.
Yeah, and where would yours be? You got like on your neck or something? Or
No, mine's gonna be like.
Tramped out.
No, I'm not trying to. No, I'm gonna. Or it's gonna be like in between my shoulder blades.
Okay, yeah.
Take the most painful route.
Yeah, and maybe he like kind of grabs the back of your armor and kind of like looks down and like points his finger and provides like a little bit of light. Kind of pat you in the back. What are you doing in the Mages Guild? What is your purpose?
Well, kind of like almost a bodyguard type deal. I mean, my adopted mother kind of taught me a little magic, and I went to the Mages Guild to see if I can learn more.
Well, your crest reflects that of Ardaz's touch in Riverfall. I don't know what that old man's thinking anymore. No offense.
None.
I just don't feel that you have much of the aptitude to reach many heights in the arcane arts. But, yeah. He just seems to kind of... You definitely get the feeling that he's more about like high level magic and doesn't see that you're going to be able to ever reach anything like that, and kind of downplays you a little bit for it.
I mean, I may not reach the level that you're at, but I do find where I'm at.
Yeah, well,
I have a certain set of skills.
Particular set of skills.
yeah. He just kind of just nods his head. Well.
Oh, before we go, I'm going to hand over. I haven't reattuned to it or anything, but I'm going to hand over the helmet.
Okay, yeah, and he.
In exchange, Archmage High Moon, can you tell me? Do you have any books on maybe the Raven Queen or the lands north of here?
Kind of gives you the eyebrow, like, and kind of gives you like the side glance. So he kind of looks at it some more. Oh. In exchange for this,
I will let you examine it. You can't keep it.
Oh. Huh. Like flips it over and like looks on the inside of it. Then he kind of looks over and holds his hand up and kind of reaches in. You see his hand disappear. Pulls back out a tome, kind of a tattered, very much like what you would think a Raven Queen kind of base book would look like. And can you read the Elvish language?
I cannot.
Well, he just hands it to you anyway. There are magical means, of course, that can help you understand the language, or you can learn, but it's in Elvish, unfortunately, as she was herself an elf at one time. Can I hold on to this for the day?
You can.
All right, and he kind of like flips it and kind of pushes it into that same little dimensional pocket he has. And he kind of rubs his hands together a little bit. Very interesting. All right.
Oh, Barry, will you hand him the spoon?
Well, bro, your spoon?
Well,
Perry, it might possess some magical properties.
He kind of looks at the spoon.
he said interesting items.
Yes.
He kind of like hands it out, and Archmage just kind of puts his hand up, like, please. There's nothing interesting about that item.
We think it might be enchanted.
It is not.
plus one spoon or anything like that?
Maybe you could kill some werewolves with it or something if you're lucky. It is made of silver, I think.
Oh my god.
He's gonna be out here smiting bitches with a spoon.
Perry's kind of like, oh, sorry, bro.
No, it's fine. It's very nice. I like it.
Yeah, me too, bro. He like hands it over to you.
Thank you.
Well,
Is there nothing else?
I kind of like this +1 sword and I pull out the trident of Keith.
And he kind of just like looks like disappointed when he sees it. So many toys.
These have served very well to me in battle. The sword more than anything. Because it is an extension of oneself.
Could you fight a dragon with it?
Yes.
Like a big dragon. Not like an egg that can't fight back.
My will is unbreakable, and if I extend my soul through this weapon, I feel like I can defeat anything.
Because it has the same look I have on my face right now as you're telling me. It's like, I like you. You're funny.
But
I think the funniest part is you actually believe it. And like kind of the other mages kind of like ha ha ha, kind of laugh along with him just because he's laughing so loud.
But if you believe in yourself, I believe you can do anything. Break a mountain with your fist or reverse the flow of a river.
Such things can be accomplished through the arcane arts.
Also through the martial arts as well.
No.
Yes.
The martial arts are just for punching faces.
And to help balance one's soul within themselves.
He just kind of sits there for a bit. And how is your soul?
That's not a hard hitter.
After defeating my brother in battle, I feel like it is complete now. It is whole. Before I was really torn between so much between here and there.
Like starts like kind of grabbing his like long mustache and like like his mustache and his eyebrows at the same time, like strokes them.
That's great.
How long will you be satisfied with that?
I am satisfied with the path I have chosen.
If you were to die today, would you have any regrets left behind?
I do not. I feel whole and completed, and everything is within balance. The only thing left to do is rebuild the temple and show the way of the Kinsei.
If you feel complete in life, would you donate your body to my research?
Yes, because my soul will move on.
Very good. Well, I will take your robot. Would you like? No, but he seems very like. Well, I mean, but you don't have anything left to do, right? You're good to move on.
Well, once I pass, yes, I will feel completed. But I'm still alive. Maybe there's something else that needs to be done, such as saving Rainor.
Well, unfortunately, Rainor isn't here right now. But he should return soon. I'm just very curious of how your whole spiritual being is still connected to this metal shell.
It is just a form.
He might be a magical item.
Indeed. He kind of points at you.
I am no item. I am my own person.
Yes, well, I mean, some magical items have personality and can talk to you and such and think they are alive, but they are objects, such as yourself.
I'm no object. I am real.
He's not a tool.
Like a man.
Through dwarvish innovations, things like this are possible.
Oh. So it's a dwarvish tool.
I am in you.
Probably.
Phoenix.
He just kind of like leans forward and like gives you a good look. If you would be willing, I would like to examine you a little closer. And he kind of holds his hands up, not like that. Just how it's all held together, really.
I really don't know. I was My physical body was almost destroyed, and next thing I know, I woke up like this. But
Well, maybe it can tell you more about yourself.
there's nothing more I need. I have already looked within myself.
What did you see?
It's up to you.
What do I see?
No, what did you see when you looked inside yourself?
My true self, my true form.
What is it?
Me.
Okay, sure.
But yeah, do you want to? Are you willing to let the Archmage look you over at some point?
Sure, why not?
You kind of like, well, this has been most interesting indeed. I'm glad you guys trespassed into my guild. All right, well, he kind of opens his, like, looks at his hand oddly. It's kind of like, well, I have things that I must attend to. Come back. He looks at his hand again. Preferably no sooner than 8 hours from now. And when he kind of like floats down. And Burrell's just kind of like, all right. He kind of begins walking around the edge of the I don't know what it's called. You guys are on another floor, and you came out, and you're overlooking the floor below you. I can't think of what that's called. But anyway, there's the landing. There's a imagine, like, in video games, you get that one tree branch that kind of goes around, and it's kind of smooth on top. It's got one of those going around the edge. And it leads to the front, and Burrell leads the way, and he walks out into the sunlight. And as you guys follow him, and you're looking out, you guys realize that you are very, very high up from the ground. Like, you are looking, you can't even see the specks of people below you. You just kind of like are looking out. There's almost a fog where you are, like you're almost in the clouds. But you can see below you that the city of Aseth-Lal stretches out. You can see the roots of the great tree they go out, and then that they have been woodworked into the actual houses that are there. They almost look like there's the larger pieces, and then like the houses are like smaller roots that are coming out almost. And there is a kind of a branch that hangs down a bit close to the door, and it has leaves, and Burrell snatches a leaf and jumps off. But as he does, you can tell he's not falling very quickly. He's slow falling on his way down. And he kind of holds the thing, as he's going down, he's like, come on!
Oh, we just jump, huh?
No, grab a leaf!
Oh.
I'll grab a leaf.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as you grab a leaf, you get the spell of slow fall is cast on you, and you guys are able to hop off and not die. As you guys are you guys are pretty much in the top of the tree. As you like look around, there's not like the tree still stretches up further than you can see, but you can see like the branches reach out, and you're close to the top relatively for the size of this tree. And everybody hops out, and everybody good?
Yeah.
Grab a leaf and kind of, grab one from each side.
Like Zelda or something.
Well, they're just like little small leaves.
Oh, okay. Yeah, doing that.
Yeah, and if anybody's scared of heights, this would be like, you're way up there. There's pretty much no chance of surviving if you fell from this. Well, there's only max damage you can take, but you'd probably just be smashed. But anyway, and you guys are floating out. You guys can see the direction you're facing is inland, but you can look like far off to your left, enough to where you can see that behind the tree there's the ocean, and the city stretches off. It's a pretty large city. Some things of note as you guys are coming down. There seems to be kind of closer to the tree off to the side. It's a route that has come up and it's flattened off, and you can see as you guys get closer, it looks more like a dining area, like a very large table, oversized, too big for people to sit. And as you get closer and you can see more and more people, this place is packed. Like, there are people everywhere. Like the streets are just so crowded.
Are they mainly elves or?
Right now, there's a mix of everything.
Okay.
You can assume that there's just everybody's here in celebration of the feast. You get closer, you can see that it's basically a big party. People are selling. The taverns have like things outside. They're selling different alcohols, foods. People are dancing. There's music playing. This is just a big celebration, especially towards more close to the tree itself. Everybody roll a d6.
Oh, dear.
All right.
2.
2.
1.
1.
6.
6. Okay. So as you guys are coming down, you guys do come down pretty close to the tree as you just kind of went straight down the tree almost. You land basically at the stump in between two huge roots that come out. Torian, you kind of like start hitting, like landing on kind of the tree itself, and you're just kind of like sliding down it, kind of uncomfortably. You're still slow falling, but it's just like the
Slow
stump here. You're
grinding.
just kind of like.
Be like the Mega Man. to slide down.
But nothing happens. It's more of just you look weird. But you guys land right here, this close to the tree. There doesn't seem to be people like crowding the area or anything. It's still very vacant. More than likely, there's a perimeter or something set up this close to the tree, or maybe it's just out of respect. Who knows? But there's nothing particularly right here where you guys are. It's kind of just this space you guys are in, and Burrell begins to walk in that direction.
Yes, probably.
Where are we going, Burrell?
Well, we're here to complete a quest.
Are you taking us to Rainor?
No. The Archmage says Rainor's not here right now. So next best thing, I'm taking you to Ao.
Okay.
And he says next best thing,
Next best thing. All right, then.
In relation to the quest.
No, sure. Is it?
And as he's going, he pulls out it's a little flute, and he kind of just plays like a couple of notes, just kind of, and he kind of stops and sits there for a second, and you guys hear you hear a coin drop. You see it beside him, and then there is a female elf there suddenly that catches the coin, and she has her arm around a cloaked figure who, as he turns around, is going to be a boy here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, you guys see them appear, and then you turn, you see Galvin. Galvin, you see was everybody the same person when you left? I think Torian. Yeah. You see the party.
Everybody's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see them, and the female elf kind of gives you a pat, and Burrell kind of leans over to you, and he says to you that, all right, initiate, your mission is to, kind of points to them, it's your old party, right?
Right. My
right.
friends.
Yeah, just help them see this through, and report back to me. He kind of like gives you like the.
Thank you, sir.
And then they both kind of rear back and throw, or not both of them, but the female elf rears back and she throws a coin in the distance, and then she's gone.
Man, I wish they would give me one of those.
And he was still there, be like, yeah, well, whenever you're actually a crow, okay?
Galvin, are you joining them?
That's nice.
Well, I mean, I told you I was going to get information from them.
Yeah.
I mean, they obviously know a lot about the world.
I mean, are you learning a lot from them?
I mean, he pulls out his journal and it's just like full
pages
of
and
just,
pages.
Like, pages. Stuff he's actually inserted into it. Like it's just. All
And the bro kind of puts his hand over like,
Oh, sorry.
why do you have that?
Put it back inside pocket.
So and he kind of like,
I mean, technically, we showed you the Mages Guild, so
I mean, I already knew that existed, you know. I mean, you know we exist, but you don't know.
Yeah, but were you ever on the inside of the Mages Guild before then, other than the Aseth-Lal?
No, just Aseth-Lal twice.
And then I did see you take down my password to the door.
He kind of like nods his head like, yep.
Wow, guys, y'all got into the Mages Guild in Pearl's Reach.
With Torian's help.
Yeah,
Yes.
Torian let us in.
My man.
My
How you
man.
been, Galvin?
It's been a while. It's been probably 2 weeks.
Gallon,
How long has it been?
It's been like a month.
It's been almost a month at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, because he left before we left.
Yeah, because the trip took about 3 weeks.
Okay.
I mean, it's been something else. I'll tell you that. I mean, you know, I'm out here to get an adventure, and I'm telling you, there's a lot to see.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of times we needed you there. We've died a few times.
We've been to jail.
We were in jail.
Well, I don't want any of that.
Henry killed a guy.
Just one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
As we have all killed somebody.
Oh,
We fought an invisible monster that almost killed me.
Oh.
We fought Joey burned
Did you
some
get
guy's
the
face
name
off.
of the invisible monster? And he flips open his journal.
I can't remember the name of it, but we did fight a failed lich because Joey burnt the lich's husband's face off.
We saw a couple gods.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We blew up a big ass ship.
There was no we. That was just.
Okay, me.
we actually summoned the god of death, and he came and flung me off a ship.
We actually met a few gods.
We went inside a giant turtle.
It was a god of the sea. It's quite interesting.
But
That's
not
all.
the strongest god of the sea.
A straw god. Whatever.
We have been on many adventures ourselves, yeah.
That turtle turned into some kind of demon or
Yeah.
some kind of
I'm
monster.
not sure what happened there either.
Yeah. Don't know.
Take my book.
Well, I heard reports of this monster outside Pearl's Reach. It looked like a turtle.
Yeah, that was
That's
him.
it.
Oh, and you should taste this. Now pull out one of these extra apples I have from the tree. This golden apple.
Yeah, and it's still perfect.
Yeah. It is the most delicious.
Yeah,
Some
and
are
it's just
better
like,
than the water.
it's just so good.
We thought about making apple juice with that and the water.
He takes his knife and like cuts off a piece for Pearl.
Oh yeah, yeah, and she gobbles it up and like kind of prances for more.
Okay.
Wait, who is prancing?
It's Pat.
Oh,
I thought it
okay.
was Navi.
Yeah, I thought it was
Oh,
Navi.
Navi, yes. Navi.
Oh well, yeah, I knew who you were talking about. But yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
the name of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
said, bro, like the
Yeah, I
dude.
thought you meant like Burrell, like the elf
really?
leader
No,
guy
no,
is
no.
prancing around for
Like,
Apple.
sitting like, hell yeah,
Navi,
give it
Navi,
up.
Navi.
Turn Navi into Burrell.
Oh, did you want to give it to Burrell? My bad. I assumed
No,
you meant
Navi's
Navi.
good. Yeah.
Okay. Burrell prances too. He's like, hell yeah, give me that.
Yeah.
He likes this too.
This stuff's good.
Things got weird.
Well, we have been on many great adventures. It looks like our paths will cross again as we go on another journey.
That's great. I knew it would. I was looking forward to seeing you guys again.
It's good to see you
We
too.
lost these. So much.
Yeah, we need.
Oh, yeah.
We do need
Oh,
fingers
yeah.
back. Do you know where the Archmage said something about going to the Temple of Mercure to get them restored?
I can tell you exactly where that is.
Oh, thank you.
He pulls out a map that he's drawn himself.
Yeah.
And like he just points it out to him.
Yeah, and like the map he pulls out, it looks like there's like a circle in the middle, which you assume is the tree, and there's like all kinds of little notes of like different places inside the tree, and like there's
there's
like
like
mad
lines and
scribbles,
everything.
yeah, like different floors and stuff, and then all the
Galvin,
roots that
this
extend.
this hag jumped us when we were really weak after a fight.
Yeah, she knocked them out and then hit me with 2 fireballs.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. But
I survived
You're
the first
here.
one.
Yeah, that's-
I mean, you guys are here. That's
yeah,
great.
we made it. We made it.
Oh, I died.
Yeah, you did.
You are looking a little weak. Do you need to lay down somewhere?
Well,
Oh yeah,
I'm
maybe
almost back to myself again.
maybe you can hook us up with a place to rest for the night after we get done seeing Ao, this leader.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, do you want to see AO first, or do y'all want to go?
I would like my fingers back.
And I'll look to Burrell.
And he kind of like, I'd rather just get the mission done first.
Sorry, guys.
There's plenty of time to get your fingers back.
Sure.
He kind of like, he's always a little like on the light side, but like whenever it comes to actual getting stuff done, he gets pretty serious, like just get it done kind of thing. He's a very much get whatever you got to get done first kind of guy. And he begins to walk off away from the base of the tree. And then eventually you can see that there's a couple of guards in the distance, and you can see past them there's people walking around. And Burrell kind of walks up. They don't seem to notice him, and he touches one on the shoulder, and he kind of turns around and looks, and he goes around behind him, and kind of like kicks in the back of the foot, and like the guard kind of stumbles, like turns around and like pulls his weapon and holds his hands up, and they seem to exchange like as if they may know each other, or maybe the guard recognizes them, and they turn, they move aside for you guys to come through. And you guys kind of, it's not, you're not out in the streets where like everyone is. It's just more of, there's just people moving through here. You see more robes and armor and stuff like that. Like more of people that work here kind of thing in this area that you're in. And Burrell continues to lead you through. And you guys eventually get up to a part of the tree that has a very like smooth ramp up, and the smooth ramp up leads to a pretty large opening in the tree, and there are sashes on each side, and they both have the symbol of Aseth-Lal on it, which is basically a tree. And on the inside, Burrell says, "This is where AO governs." And emotions. And then Heath, if you want to explain what's in here, then you guys can do this.
Absolutely. When you guys walk up, there seems to be kind of an open area where AO would meet his guest. It's essentially kind of like a throne room where they go in and to meet important individuals. The floor is like a white marble. You guys are walking in, and you notice instead of like columns or anything like that, there is there's rows of these black ebony trees to spiral up into the ceiling to support this opening. In between each one of these columns is a statue. If you want to take time to look at that, I can explain which ones you see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Sure. Okay.
Oh yeah.
The statues, the first one you see are two dwarvish brothers. They seem to be, you would know, Joy, especially you recognize Scrine and Oseron. They seem to be standing back to back with weapons drawn in battle stance. And as you approach the end of this large opening, this throne room, you see a large throne, and on the back of it, it appears to be this crow with large spread wings, like an attack formation, like it's poised to attack. And these statues you see as you keep approaching the throne, you see two brothers as well. You see a statue of two elves. If you know the book as well, you know them as Veas and Ralef. And in between these two figures, you see a large spike. As you walk a little bit further into the room, you see another statue. It's a large dragon, and it is encircling a man. He's just standing there, poised, ready for battle. And you continue on, and you see an elven man with a child and a wife, standing arm in arm. You know this to be Haimo. As you walk closer to the throne, the last statue you see a statue of Ao and Bel standing next to each other. Ao has more of a solemn look, more of a dejected, but there's Bel tugging on his arm, trying to pull him away. She's laughing. And sitting on the throne, you see Ao. He has long black hair, parted down the middle this time. And he's looking down at the ground, but he looks up and his eyes catches yours. Welcome. You have something for my brother.
We do.
And Hallinor approaches and holds out the elixir. Yes, this is the Gaia's Tears, what I understand. Is that right?
Yes.
According to, I can't remember his name, but that's what he said.
Archmage Haimon.
Yeah.
Haimo.
Haimon.
High Moon.
Yeah.
Yes. I will leave you to deliver that to Rainor himself. There's something we hold in this land very dear, and that is the task of adventurers. You have to deliver that yourselves. It's kind of not a law, but we do look highly upon that. Oh, Galvin. And he motions off to the right and approaches. You guys did not see. Is a figure clad in robes, and he's holding up a large gun with a satchel. He takes the gun and the satchel. Galvin, this is yours.
And I'll hold out my hand.
This is the hand cannon, Megatron. Megatron.
Okay.
And he will go on to explain that this is actually a +1 weapon. It is a gun. And inside the satchel, Galvin, is the 40 rounds.
40. Well, I'm thankful. Why give me such a weapon?
Well, we've had time to look it over and identify it, and we might be able to reproduce it. So we are grateful that we got a chance to see this weapon up close.
Right.
It seems to be one of a kind.
Is it dwarvish by chance?
It is dwarvish. It's dwarven made.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing. Congratulations, Galvin.
Thank you.
What happens if he hits someone with it?
And they will be hurt badly.
For how many episodes?
For at least four episodes.
Oh my god.
Is there a task that I'm supposed to use this way?
No, this is your weapon. We've learned what we could from it, and maybe in the future we'll be able to arm our soldiers with them.
Yeah, if you guys forgot, you guys got a gun off Wiley a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's the one he's identified.
Megatron.
The hand cannon.
The hand cannon Megatron.
Yeah.
Probably caught all those rounds himself.
Yeah.
I understand you had a perilous journey getting here.
To say the least.
You all look a little worse for wear. I see your fingers some are missing. We'll look into getting those restored. I believe the temporal Mercule is nearby. You can stop by there and tell them AO has sent you, and they shouldn't give you any problems restoring your hand.
Awesome.
Sounds
Thank you
good.
so much.
Yeah, of course. Is there anything you want to relay?
What's that?
Does he have the crosses in his eyes, or is it
No.
just...
No.
Yeah.
That's only the paladins.
Okay.
Is it true you fought the legendary samurai?
Yes, and he still walks.
Really? But I thought you and Grandmaster Haimo defeated him.
We did.
It must have been the grandest of battles.
It was
To fight alongside Grandmaster Haimo. What was he like in battle?
strong.
I have sparred with him once.
You survived.
Yes. It was a lesson learned or taught. humility in the battlefield.
If you survived, there's a reason. There's a reason he kept you alive. So hold on to that.
Yeah, thank you. Wow, this is quite amazing.
Understand you had a great battle recently.
Yes, with my brother from the temple,
What was his name?
Genma.
Genma. Allow me to tell you a story.
Ah, now sit, legs crossed.
You sitting on the floor?
Yeah.
Okay.
You like stories.
Not a long story, but there's a story of Horatius. Horatius once held a bridge by himself alone against an army of people. And he was asked before then, why? Why would you do it? And he said, how can one die better than facing the fearful odds of those of the ashes of your father and the temple of your gods? What better way to die? And he stood there on that bridge and kept the people safe and gave them time to escape.
Is he still alive
No, he died.
in battle? What a tremendous warrior.
He saved many lives, it sounds like.
He did.
Where is this bridge?
It was before Aseth-Lal fell.
I'd like to visit that.
Sure.
And also the master swordsman that you fought, if he still walks to this day.
He is far from here.
Thank God.
You mentioned that Raynor wasn't here. Where did he go?
He walks his own path. I'm not his keeper. He guards us.
Is he like a pet dragon?
We're more of his pet.
There is a magical flame that is lit whenever you need to summon Rainor, though.
Sure.
Sorry.
But rest assured, he will be back before the heroes' feast.
That's very soon, from what I understand.
Yes.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm sure you saw the people they gathered just to witness everybody coming back.
So many people. It's very much unlike my village.
Where do you hail from?
From the Barrens and Riverfall.
The Barrens.
Something like that. It's very barren.
Baron. Perhaps at the heroes' feast you can tell me more. You're invited, of course.
Oh, thank you so much.
Sure.
Yes, I love stories, so exchanging stories with you would be my pleasure. Oh, here, have this spoon.
Oh,
It's very
twirl
fancy.
It's just a silver spoon.
hand it back to Joy. You should hold on to that. It seems to be enchanted.
Well, it does make me happy.
Ah,
All right. So does anybody in the party have anything else they want to talk to AO about?
sure.
Any questions in particular? AO told you guys that you guys can go to the Temple of Mercule, get healed, and use his name, so they'll take care of you. Is there anything else that you guys need in particular outside of just begging him for gear?
Yeah.
AO eyes Perry for a second. He looks down at his shoes. Where did you get those?
Be kind of like, well, bro, what? Like these? He's not floating right now. He's saying, bro, I had this dream that
A dream.
this dude on like a one of those cool horned horses, bro, that came down at the light. And I was
A
like,
horned horse.
yeah, I was like laying with this girl, from the Mages Guild, and I was like, bro, it's so bright, like the heavens opened up, and like some big dwarf dude, said his name was like Oseron or something.
Oseron, my brother.
Yo, y'all related? Y'all don't look anything alike. Bro, it's wild. Yeah, but he came down and he said he wrote his name or something on these shoes and like.
He signed them.
Said he like signed the dwarf man's. Yeah, he
Dwarf
like,
man.
Gets down like starts like trying
Oh,
to
you
take
don't
it
have
off.
to take it off. It's fine.
You're like, all right, yeah. And I don't know. He was like, man, you're like a cool dwarf dude. And I was like, yeah. And I like flexed on him. And he was like, ooh.
Yeah, he appreciates that.
Yeah, I think I flexed a little too hard on him, bro.
No, yeah.
Because after that, he went back into wherever he came from.
You're like a small rumble in the heavens.
Bad, bro. He like wanted me to have him. I didn't know. Then I woke up and I was like, whoa, the shoes are real. And that's the story.
There seemed to be Oseron's personal pair.
Now he looks down. Bro, got the same size foot.
Yeah.
Whoa, bro. He like goes to enjoy. Bro, like me and Oseron have like the same size feet. That means by extension, his twin brother Skron has the same size foot as me. So I'm like, probably like the same size or something he was, bro.
Oh my gosh, congratulations!
Yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy?
I'm just gonna pick him up.
And they're like getting excited over various different stuff.
God.
And he like sits down and looks at his feet. Bruh, got God shoes, bruh.
Quite nice there.
So nice.
Make sure to keep them clean.
I kind of like looks at him. And he like starts taking them off then. Yeah, bro. Yeah, he starts like over there like brushing them off. Damn. Oh. Oh yeah. Whew. Ah. That's definitely a godly steak right there. And Perry actually remember. Perry doesn't seem like he doesn't like. Perry doesn't know. He's probably hasn't actually read the book himself, but has heard the stories. And maybe, but it doesn't seem to remember any of the.
Like most people have like a passing knowledge. Of
Yeah. His is a little less than any. He doesn't seem to remember any parts about the boots or anything. But he's like, yeah, cool. He just like sits there. He's like
Make
smiling.
sure to keep those clean, especially if you go to dinner. Our Heroes Feast. You're invited as well.
Bro. He like, did Perry ever actually get in the Heroes Guild? Did you guys ever get him in?
Nope.
Yeah, he was in the guild, I thought.
Did you guys give him a necklace?
Nope.
I don't think he has
Yeah, I
one.
don't think
I
he
could have
has one.
sworn he got one when I got mine. Because I didn't have mine initially.
He might have.
I can't remember if you guys got him one or not.
You're invited anyway.
He's like, man, bro, man, like left Riverfall, like, man, my life sucked, and now here I am, like going to a feast, bro.
You're,
Hell yeah, I got some shoes.
you're a bona fide hero, Perry.
Hell yeah. Like hugs the shoes. Oh, bro. He just kind of just sits there rocking a little bit. I'm trying to think.
Oh, of course, we'll set you up with a place to stay.
Actually, yeah, that's very important because most places, if not all
They're
places, are sold
booked.
out.
Yeah.
Whenever you want to invite the party to the Heroes Feast, now the whole city's partaking in the feast, but then there's like, where the gods are.
Right.
Are you like getting them like special seats nearby?
They'll be sitting near, I guess, near the gods.
Okay, yeah, it's like a kind of it's a pretty big spectacle,
Yeah.
and it's kind of set up almost, to be that way, not to like show the gods off, but certain very important people want to have like nearby seats and stuff like that. And so there's reservation seats. You got tickets, Yeah. Was there anything else you guys want to get in?
I just had a question for the DM, I guess.
Yeah.
So while we were out for a couple days, would those count as
coming off the res sickness or no?
You guys weren't able to rest because she continually prodded you guys.
Okay.
I'm not able to talk to him.
Yeah, you like at -3. You got 1 off. I know.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Joy, you seem really exhausted, much more than the rest of them.
Well, I don't recover quite as quickly as I used to.
Did you pass recently?
Yes, I was dead. Sort of.
Make sure they're informed at the temple. Maybe they can help you with that.
I'll bring it up. Thank you.
And then Ao will also offer you guys, since the quest you are on is actually a pretty big deal.
Important, yeah.
He's also going to give you guys a good word in at the smithies as well for stuff. You're basically going to be able to pick either one of the two. You're either going to be able to get a +1 or +2 weapon or +2 armor of what you got. One of the two. Can't pick both. You can only pick one. So yeah, you can get +2 plate. But yeah. So he also go hook you guys up with that. But yeah, there are other meetings are also happening. There's other people there to see Ao. Is there anything else you guys wanted to talk about or do? He doesn't rush you guys off or anything. He's patient with you guys, but you do notice more people are kind of like standing behind you waiting now.
Can't think of that.
Okay.
Well, I'll see you again soon. I suggest going to the temple next.
Yeah, kind of want my fingers back.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so you guys head out. You guys got you guys somewhere to stay. The place that you guys will be able to stay will be kind of within the main part of the tree. There's, Ao, even if there's not space, then he can get the woodwarpers to just make space, kind of thing. You guys will be taken good care of here. You guys will be treated much like royalty while you're here, because your quest
Honored guests.
is you're honored guests. Your quest is, even though you guys have been kind of like, we're on this quest, we're going to this stuff. It's a very big deal. Like what you guys need to do. Like it's pretty huge. So you guys want to head to the temple?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So yeah, you guys leave there, and you guys just met one of the children of fate. You guys like from the Pillage of Creation. You guys just met like a literal living legendary hero. Again, you already met Hamo. But Hamo just kind of, he's like doing his own thing. This guy's like got status, This dude's a leader. He's got his whole city. So you guys go to the Temple of Mercule. And
Before we leave,
Yeah.
Sorry. As he was talking, I'm drawing a picture of him, right?
yeah.
Just drawing a picture of him. And I'll hand my journal to him and say, can you sign the bottom of that?
Sure, and in one swift motion, he signs his whole signature.
Yeah, just
Impressive. It's impressive. You're closing the book up. Head on out.
yeah. All right. Yeah, those of you that are watching that aren't too sure what's going on at the table.
Yeah.
Ao is Heath's character from the last season, who's still currently alive. So whenever they meet those characters, I'll let them play the characters, or have them do it because they can do it better than I can.
Nah.
Except for how I had Hamo beat you up though. I was playing Hamo earlier, but now
Yeah,
from now on, I'll
that
let
shit
you
was
guys
pretty-
take care of it.
legit.
So yeah, you guys go to the Temple of Mercule. There's many elves there. They're all wearing the black robes. There's all the symbols of what was the symbol of Mercule? Was that the one? No, the fist was the.
That was Helm.
Yeah, that was Helm. The symbol of Mercule was like the eyeball, wasn't it?
Yes.
I forget exactly what it looked like now in my head. Something. There's like a watching eye. It's not the same symbol as the eyeball from the cult, but one is similar. I think it's got like little spots above it for eyelashes. Either way, they're all wearing black robes, like kind of the white sashes. You guys show up. Burrell's still with you guys, and as Ao gave you guys like pretty much passes on this stuff, a scribe was also present, and he presented you guys with basically a letter that Burrell took, and so he hands the letter to him. the clerics there begin to heal you guys, and they will heal you guys up. You get full health. You get they'll regenerate your fingers.
Hey.
They'll get rid of your sickness, and we'll take a break right there and get it cooled back down here because I'm starting to sweat.
Yeah, it's warm.
Yeah, it's very hot. So we're going to take a break right there. We're going to get back and try to see if we get to the Heroes Feast tonight or not. But be right back, guys. Don't go nowhere. There's still good times to be had. You take about 5 or 10 minutes. Boop. Hey, we back. What up? All right, we turn the air conditioner off. Sorry, there's a bunch of weird noise, and I know I keep forgetting to do that, but it feels so good.
Weird noise. It's a good noise.
It goes like for the background the whole time if I leave it on. So we're back. Before the break, the party got to Aseth-Lal. They went and spoke to Ao. They got some goodies. They got hooked up, got their fingers back, got all healed up and everything. Joy's feeling good.
It's hard to hold a shield with. Just...
Yeah. And so Ao gave you guys the hookup at the smithy place. So did you guys decide what you want to get? You get a +2 armor or weapon, but in Mary's case, this is just straight caster. We're gonna have to get her something else. Yeah, what do you guys? So yeah, you get to the best smithy in Aseth-Lal. Who's he going to be? He's going to be he is going to be a he's an elf. He is an elf, no dwarf or anything like that, right? And it's just a very, it's like a simple shop. You go inside and it's very much like a shop you'd see like in any other city. Like the wood is warped to look like your traditional shop. There's shields and swords and armor displayed. What would you guys want? Let's see.
+2 sword. Long sword.
Yeah, and he asked you guys what you guys want. His name is Wishane. Wishane. Yep. Like Wishane. Wishane. You should see the last name. It's it's monster bigger. Yeah, this particular smithy, the shop deals in rare materials specifically. So there's like nothing here that's below +2. Everything he's got is good stuff. And he works with like as you guys enter and you look, it looks as though he's using some kind of an enchanted hammer to smith these weapons as well, and anvil. So yeah, Joy, what do you want to get?
I'm gonna go ahead and get +2 plate.
You want to get plate? Yeah, plate. Any armor now is available. Like you guys aren't held back before. You guys couldn't get the heavy armor, but yeah, he can get you plate. And you're not going to get it immediately, but he tells you that he can get some plate that he has resized, and he can get it to you within on plate. It's going to take him 2 days to get it. Okay. But that's hella fast.
Yeah.
And what do you want to get?
+2 plate.
+2 plate. Getting plated out. Everybody getting plate. All right. Yeah. And he's like, all right, 2 days. What do you want? Can you get anything from him? You got a sword, right?
I got a sword, and I'm probably gonna ask, I guess, whatever. Is there any way you can make where this sword does not fail onto one of those swords that's enchanted? But if not, then that is how I understand.
Let's see. Roll a d4. So you,
Yeah. 1.
he cannot.
All right.
Unfortunately, he cannot. Unfortunately, as it's already magical.
enchanted.
Yeah, it's already enchanted, and if he was to reforge it, it would break the current enchantment.
Then I would take the +2 longsword.
Okay, yeah,
The longsword.
yeah, and he can provide you with a longsword within the day.
Oh.
Yeah, he already has some. He's going to just add some little things to it for you. You know, make it a little custom. Give it a nice hilt or whatever, something to reflect your monking ways. Yeah. What does Galvin want? You got the pistol?
Yeah, I have the pistol. Do I
Okay.
get anything else besides that?
The pistol is already at +2.
Okay. How about? I'm gonna ask him. Can I put a blade on the pistol?
Yeah. And he kind of like looks at it. It's going to throw the balance off a little bit, but we can put like a dagger size there at the end of it.
It's like you running up to people with guns and you're like,
Yes.
Well, yeah, I played a game where the dude had that. Records
Yeah.
face.
So he can do that, and you'll also have like the ability to like melee use it kind of thing if someone gets close to you. But it's going to be like a D6 for the damage, and based off dexterity. But you are a dexterity character, so yeah. So yeah, he can actually do that. Yeah, it's going to be even better. But I mean, I'm also doing that because I don't know how that's going to balance out. I know how that gun. You may not even like it when you start using it. I don't know.
Right.
Tippy, you don't want anything from this guy, do you?
does he make grills?
Does he make grills?
Like
Yeah.
Oh,
This guy is a master, and he sure diddly can.
Yeah.
So you want to use yours to like get a charisma boost for your spells? Is that what you're wanting? Okay.
I want a grill to make you more charismatic.
Tippy wall.
All right. So
Maybe I'll just get like a 1 diamond.
yeah, I was gonna say he's not gonna be able to give you something that gives you +2 charisma because that would go into too many things versus their weapons they're getting.
Dip my whole teeth.
But he can give you a grill. He can make you a grill and give you +1 to charisma.
Yay.
Yeah, so that give you another plus on your Elder's Blast, right?
Yeah.
Tippy just walk up.
Well,
Yeah, and so yeah, he whips up some paste and like puts it in like this weird little bowl and like tells you to put it in your mouth and like hold your mouth still. Yeah, and he's gonna like take a mold of your mouth.
yeah.
And then Helena, what do you want to hear from?
Okay. Master Wee Shane. I'm gonna pull out the Raven Queen emblem. Can you give me can you make a weapon with that engraved in it?
Yeah, sure. What kind?
Just a halberd, much like this one. Summon my halberd.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. For sure. Yeah, and he can get you a +2 halberd with the Raven Queen insignia on it. Faux show, and he can. His will be tomorrow. That'll get to you tomorrow.
Okay.
It's going to take him a day to put that extra thing on there. Especially everybody else's stuff. Yeah. Everybody good with what you want?
Oh,
Yeah.
Could you also engrave mine as well? Can you engrave Gemma in it?
Sure.
Thank you.
You want like on the blade or on the hilt?
The hilt itself. Maybe the hilt blue, maybe the blade red.
They kind of like can't really color the blade anymore. I'd have to like start over, and that's going to take a couple of days to get that.
That's fine.
If you're okay with waiting, it'll probably take about three days.
I don't even know how long we're going to be here.
The Hero's Feast is in 3 days.
That's fine. I should wait.
Okay. All right. Yeah. And so just, instead of him just like changing one he already has made, he's going to have to really make a whole new one. But again, insane fast how fast he's putting these things out. Okay. And then, Tippy, he like kind of, it's like, okay, just open your mouth before it gets too hard. Yeah, and kind of like runs his fingers. He does like the whole dentist thing, where, like runs the thing around your edge, and starts like kind of pulling it out and like jarring your head a little bit, and eventually pops it out and slobbery. And kind of like looks at it, and it's like, okay, yeah, that'll be good.
She has fangs, right?
Yeah, she
Yeah,
does.
I got really.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has like
Pointy teeth.
jagged teeth, so he's just kind of looking at it like, okay. Kind of like puts it on the table. Actually, kind of takes it, puts it on the end of like a pretty, like almost like the pizza flipper thing, and like kind of pushes it over to the side by the coals so it'll cook and harden more. and then he tells you guys it'll be when your stuff will be ready, and then he'll have it delivered to you.
Sure.
All right,
Perry, what are you getting done?
bro. Bro, I want you to he grab his Balazar chain. Bro, I want you to take this and give me one of those nice ass swords, but just kind of put this on the side of it,
It'd be like the hilt.
Yeah, but then I want it to be kind of I want to be able to spin it. And we just kind of sits there for a second and Sure, I can have that done in a couple hours.
Spit a sword. That's
Yeah. And they kind of like talk to Perry a little bit, and they end up deciding on like it's a +2 sword that has like a hand guard, and on the outside of the hand guard it has the Balazar necklace, and he can spin it. All right. Yeah, and
No, this shit getting crazy. She got grills, spinners.
I feel like we need to do a video at this point.
Walk out of the shop like,
yeah, what's up? All right. Okay, so yeah, you guys are in the city. You guys are free to do whatever you want to. Our time can pass by, so whatever you guys want to do. This is going to be very similar to Pearl's Reach. Like, you're able to find stuff and do whatever you want. It's just if there's specific things you're looking for. Like, if you're looking for more magical items, they may actually be kind of hard to find out because the city's so packed and everyone's like selling out of everything, you know?
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess we shall wait. In the meantime, I shall pull out. How big are these girls? Are they like?
They're like the oversized big dumb looking squirrels.
Naruto
Yeah. Like, you're not even too sure how this guy had him in the back of his pants, you know? It's like they got bigger when you got them or something for some
Perfect.
reason.
Yeah, that's perfect. So, pull these scrolls from around my back. I'm just going to take time to read these. I shall meet you at the Heroes Feast. If not, we have these summoning stones that show they're silver. Seem to have more uses.
Yeah, you can like
Yeah,
just talk
yeah.
into it and it like immediately echoes out the other side like a walkie-talkie.
walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So are you going to go like outside the city and like sit in nature and focus and try to read them?
some peaceful looking area.
Yeah, and there's endless peaceful areas
Go
around
in
here.
there.
This place is all about like the beauty of nature.
Yeah.
And then you guys, I think Galvin is the only person that's actually met a druid. There are actually a lot of druids here. There's a lot of everything here, but now you guys actually see a lot of the druids of the circles. They've come in. They usually don't like being around people, but you like see just kind of these people kind of like dirt rubbed on their face and like branches sticking out, and they all have like all their clothes are kind of like based off of the color green and like leaves around like some of them like the top of capes. A lot of them have kind of just animal looks to them, like
Are they
that.
dusty?
Huh?
Are they dusty?
There's a mix. Yeah.
No, boy, Balazar.
Yeah, and there seems to be a lot of as you guys are walking, a lot of noise, and you can hear different people whispering that the druid Coral is in the city. The archdruid Coral has just arrived, and he has his circle with him, and he's coming through. And you guys can see him. You see the very old druid with all his long brown hair, and like the leaves are just all stuck in his beard, and he's just kind of got this look on his face like he's just kind of, it looks like he's high really. He's just kind of like walking through and kind of like glances around, kind of like it's like a hand's kind of wrapped in like a cloth, and he kind of like holds it up and people start cheering, and he kind of like you can see him chuckling to himself and like puts his arm around it looks to be a female elf, but she's completely naked.
Yeah, I was about to say, doesn't he travel like with a bunch of young girls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has his druid
His wives.
his druid wives.
It's harem.
Yeah. He does have his harem. Like she's naked, but she's not like, you know, like you can't see all of her stuff. She has like almost like a lizard like skin. But her face is Ellen, and he's just kind of like got his arm around one, and yeah, he's got like 7 of these different girls. That one's got feathers, you know. There's a panther nearby. He's got like all this, you know. He's got the whole crew with him.
Exotic still.
And you can see him like go by, and he like sees like an attractive, like age 20 human, and he kind of like gives her like a wink and points her fingers at her, and she's kind of like turns around like, me? He's like, you know, he's like over there talking to her, and she kind of slaps him and runs away, and he's just kind of like laughs about it and like shrugs. You know, he's definitely going to go have a. You know what he's all about.
Yeah.
Anyway, and he'll continue on, but anyway, he's from the stories and a very old druid, so he is famous around these parts these days. And he's in the city. Is there anything in particular you guys want to do? You guys want to go to the room, check it out, or
Is Burrell still with us?
he is hanging around you guys. He's sticking around.
Does he know where AO kind of sets up to stay?
He's the one that took the written letter, so
Okay.
he knows where you guys got to go. Okay. Yep, he can take you guys there.
I mean, we have a few days. What do you guys want to do?
Meditate.
Okay.
I think this is probably gonna be the only place that we get to relax. We haven't got to relax in a long time.
So right now, this place is kind of just like party central. Like think of like
Mardi Gras.
yeah,
something.
Marty. This is basically that, and like people of note are showing up, and it's like a big parade every time someone does. And word is that Bell is going to be entering the city in 2 days, and so there's a lot of extra preparation for that. You guys will hear like the AO is very particular about when Bell comes back around town. It's got to be just right. And anything you guys want to do? Like I said, there's no. This is a good time place right now. This is a Pearl Reach. No one's like waiting to stab you in the back. There probably are people like that out there, but you guys, unless you go looking for them, they're not going to find you.
No, I'm just gonna go somewhere and start.
Okay.
Wherever.
Yeah, you go out there and you look for a place. Burrell's going to show you guys the room.
All right.
You have there's an open room in the middle. There's no beds there, but it's just kind of like a gathering area and then there's hallways that go off to each side to where your individual rooms will be. There seems to be one for each of you, exact number, and there are a lot of what do you call them? You can like walk out and you can look over the city. And you guys, you guys got each room has a balcony. There's a balcony in the main room, and you guys are kind of looking over, not directly over the site of the Hero's Feast, but it's kind of off to the side a little bit. You can see it plainly, and then you can also see like the main area where people are coming into the city, like the main street, I guess you could say. So you guys kind of have like a view of just everything right there.
What do the rooms look like?
They are. What do you want them to look like? There's actually, when you enter the room, there's actually somebody in there waiting for you, and they seem to be of they have green robes. They seem to be of some kind of a circle of druid, and they can customize your room for you.
I want this room to be as in tune with nature as possible.
Yeah, they can like start pulling out branches and like make the leaves. Like you got your bed there, and then like the whole wall is just like leaves, and there's like little birds chirping in it. They can open up the whole wall for you. Like they can just completely, it's like putty in their hands. They can just move it.
I want there to be like a little like natural fountain in there somewhere.
Yeah, that one they think about that one because they can bend the wood. They can make the fountain, but then they're like they have to get some help with the water, and they end up getting someone from the Mages Guild to come help with the water. And they put like a small crystal on top of your fountain, whatever you want it to look like, and it kind of thumps the crystal a little bit, and it spins, and water begins to trickle down. And it just kind of sits there spinning, and the water goes down, but then it seems that the tree, like it's kind of like, they even put drainage in there, it just kind of goes through. The water itself doesn't pull out, but it's just, yeah. So they pretty much just put a gem of like endless water in your room. Anybody else want anything special in their rooms?
I tell my druid just to get out.
Yeah, he just kind of bows down and just kind of steps into the wall of the tree.
Wow.
But you can still kind of see him, and he just kind of moves through the wall and is going. It almost kind of gives you that feeling of like maybe they're always in the wall.
Customize the room. Yeah, let's see. I can't think of the name of those things.
So training dummies?
No, it's gonna be like different monk statues and different poses, doing like the hand symbol things, but they're like all in a meditative state. As you walk down, it's just like what seems like a long hallway. Mm-hmm. Then as you get to the hallway, it turns into like a lake.
Okay.
And in the middle sits like one of those shrine-like things. Mm-hmm. But the only way you can get across is if you go across the water.
Right.
I can walk across the water, so it's
okay.
like
Yeah. So your druid is just like. He has to call in some help because this guy wants all these statues, but they do their best. The statues aren't that detailed; they're fairly basic.
That's fine.
But they do have the stances you want.
Yeah,
like, they don't have like faces or anything. They're almost kind of like the training dummy kind of looking things.
And then I go across the water where this like shrine sits perfectly in the middle of the lake.
Well, your room's not that big, but
Trying to put a whole lake in it.
it's like you got like a pond, you know.
Pond work. Lake pond.
Bathtub.
They do make your room a little bigger to try to make it work, but they do their best.
Yeah, sit inside the shrine, like with the like just a simple bed. And stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what? I think I'm gonna read the scrolls in here. Yeah, that'll work.
All right. Yeah, anybody else want anything special for your days you'll hang out?
I just want a shield with the Mages Guild crest on it and like 2 swords crossed behind it.
Yeah, they can make that like your door if you want it to be.
Yeah, that'd be my door.
Yeah, and they make it work. Like it's got that whole symbol, but then like when it opens, like the swords, they don't like drag with it. They just kind of like breaks off at a point and swings up. But when it closes, it looks like a whole picture.
Yeah.
I know Joy's over there thinking, what's he want?
Joy just wants like the inside of a TP. Just wants it to look like the inside of a TP.
Yeah.
With a good old little hole dug out. In case he has to use the restroom.
The druid seems to really like your idea. He's like down with it. He's like, yes.
And just like a little pot with like some fertilized soil in there for Pike to chill,
Okay, yeah. Yeah, they can warp it out of wood, or they can actually just bring someone in to like bring you an actual pot or whatever you want.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let them warp it out of wood. That'd be cool looking.
Yeah. Mary, do you want like a big wall that looks like the Kraken or anything? You know anything?
No. I mean, Chippy's used to sleeping in like a real shitty little boat, which is just like...
Yeah, they can make it look like a boat. Like the inside of a boat.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not going to move
simple.
or anything, but yeah. Yeah, they get you hooked up. Howland, is there anything special you want?
No.
All right, yeah, they give you the nice room. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, you guys got your rooms. Excuse me. You guys want to let the day pass? Get some rest in?
Yeah, I'm just gonna read these scrolls if
Yeah.
they say anything.
You can roll a. You're gonna need to roll.
D3. The rest.
It's gonna be a check.
Probably just like intelligence or something.
I'm trying to think if it needs to be intelligence or wisdom. Probably intelligence.
They have to understand something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the teachings, and it's all about wisdom can almost work. But yeah, make an intelligence check. It's not arcane or anything like that. It's just flat intelligence. See if you can understand this.
12.
12. You're reading through them, and it's the one you're reading is like all the basic teachings of your of all the different clans and everything at the temple. This is like the day one, like when you get in, this is like what you burn into your soul kind of thing. And then it has, it's what they would pass down like in the temple, like make sure that's always there. So it's a sacred scroll of all the rules, the tenets, and then it has what else does it have in there? It basically just gives you everything you need to know to start a temple. Like it's like the how-to guide, really.
Yeah. Temple for dummies.
Yeah. Yeah. If you want to start the shrine back up, then this is like, you need this.
All right.
So if you're like, wait, what in this situation? Okay, yeah.
Perfect.
It goes through like how to like the qualities of a proper student and like all that.
Does it show me how to shrink them down?
What, the scrolls themselves? Roll a d4.
Gotta shrink them down.
One. It does, and the way that you can warp the size of them is through inner peace and focus.
All right, we're gonna start focusing on inner peace and
Yeah,
focus.
yeah, and calm your soul. Yeah. Are you going to go to the Archmage and let him look you over?
Yeah, sure.
You forgot about that, didn't you?
No, I didn't. so many forgets. But
Yeah. All right. So when do you want to do? They can go back whenever. He's not going to
whenever he
come
calls,
hunt you down.
whenever he needs me.
Yeah, he said just come back in no sooner than 8 hours, and
Well, after 8 hours went by, I'll start heading that way.
yeah, how you gonna get up there?
How tall is that?
It's way up there.
Really
I was like, never mind. I was gonna run up the wall, but never mind.
Yeah. Oh, if it's what?
Run up the wall, run up like vertically.
Yeah. Are you at this level? Are you able to run up walls?
And cross water. That's why the shrine sits
Yeah.
in the middle of the water.
Right. I didn't know if there was like a limit or anything.
Hey, as far as my movement feet goes.
Got you.
So-
So it's too high for you to actually
Yeah,
run
it's
up.
too high, yo.
I mean, you can try to climb, or
You know what? Yeah, let's just do it like Goku done. We're gonna climb the tree. We
Okay.
can climb the style.
all right. Give me a.
Look out.
Here we go.
Wait, what was climbing? Was that?
Athletic.
Was it athletics?
Yeah.
Straight. Okay. Can't remember if it was like thanks, me too. So yeah, give me your athletics. You know, challenge yourself to climb back up this tree.
We'll try athletics. Oh man, 9.
Whew.
Long way.
You start climbing and you realize this is going to take a while, and you start to get tired.
I guess I'll go climb back down and ask somebody on the inside.
You ask somebody how you get up to the Mages Guild. You can make an investigate roll, see if you can actually find anybody that can tell you or is willing to tell you.
Yeah, okay. 4.
Yeah, you find a bunch of like drunk people really, and they're like, yeah, Heroes Feast, and they give you like a date, and they give you some numbers. It's kind of like Spring Break 2000. Yeah.
Starts a day later as well. Oh man.
But yeah, you're unable to find a way.
Where there's will, there's a way. Walk inside.
Yeah.
Do I see any steps?
Any steps that lead up? There are tons of steps, like all over this place. This place is huge. This is a giant tree, and the tree itself is also part of the city. So there's like,
All right. Start walking, then I'll be like, the path will open itself to me. I just start going up. Just whenever it happens,
just start looking around. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody else want to do anything in particular? You guys ready to rest?
How far is Titan?
Titan from here?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me draw the butt cheek looking map for you real quick. Bloop. Bloop. All right. On the butt cheek map here, you guys are here. The X is Aseth-Lal. That's Pearl Reach. Titan is up here.
Okay. So there won't be like a big mountain or anything or hill I can like see it off in a distance.
No, you can't see. It's too far away.
Okay. In that case, I'll probably just chill.
All right.
Rest. We'll pipe.
Yeah, we'll just make sure I give you guys opportunity if there's anything specific you want to find.
Yeah, Gavlin's gonna. He's all about researching some history, so
Yeah.
he's gonna try to find some history on the Heroes Feast itself, like how it actually is performed and
Okay.
all that stuff.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of people that are still preparing for it, and you can probably find someone fairly easy that'll be happy to tell you about what they're doing and the history of it. And they'll give you like the basics of that. After the final battle, I forgot what the battle's actually called now. Either way, whenever Nicholas was giving out the promises and the boons that everyone had earned, the AO had requested that everyone meet up once a year at the Heroes Feast in Aseth-Lal, and that's how it's been ever since. The gods get there the day of the feast, like their arrival, like kicks off the actual feast itself. There is it's pretty much like a week-long thing, and you guys are kind of in the pre-party right now, but everybody's here.
I guess he's trying to figure out more of does everyone show up every time?
Part of the agreement was that they had to.
They don't have a choice.
I don't remember if the agreement. I don't think it included Nicholas. Who?
They included the family.
It was the family. Okay, so yeah, the whole family, all the Hayes, everyone directly involved.
Okay.
Like even like Nathan and them, they all show up. And yep.
He's going to try to find one of the older elves and see if there's ever been any uninvited guests to this thing.
Oh, there have been several incidents. And she tells you that that tomorrow actually, the protector will arrive. There's a divine being, a god that shows up that's not part of that, but is there for the purpose of nothing going wrong.
It's called the Protector.
It is. What is his name? He is the god of protection, basically. Like if there had to be a god for like armor and stuff like that, he would be that god. His name is. Where is it? Kesmon. Kesmon. And Kesmon, his actual like god realm kind of also goes into helms like justice and stuff like that, and protecting like bodyguards. You know, if they had to pick someone to worship, it would probably be Kesmon, stuff like that. So he shows up. His job is to protect and make sure nothing crazy bad happens.
Okay.
And him being there, actually, there's been 0 fatalities since he's arrived during the feast. It's like everyone just has like this protection. So yeah, Kesmon will arrive tomorrow, and that is 2 days before the actual feast starts.
That's basically what Galvin's going to be doing throughout the next little bit.
Yeah, and they're cooking so much food, and it's so early. The feast itself, like there's no costs to anything. People are selling stuff on the streets right now, but when the actual feast starts, it's like a week-long feast, and everyone eats for free kind of thing. I guess it's a big, huge party. You don't have to bring anything, do whatever you want. Yeah. Sweet deal. Anything else anybody wants to look into? Any other questions you guys want to ask or anything? Okay. Well, you guys will have a peaceful night tonight. The sky is crystal clear, big moon in the sky, beautiful to look at. And you probably have the best sleep you've ever had tonight, as you do not feel any anxiety or any danger or anything at all. It just feels peaceful.
Am I still walking up?
You're still walking around. You can make another investigate check.
Nice. 7. You're along for the ride, baby.
Yeah. Some guy, like, actually, one of the guards kind of stopped you and be like, "What do you? Can I help you? This is a restricted area."
Oh, I'm looking for the Archmage.
You are.
Yes.
For what purpose do you need the Archmage?
He said he wants to examine me.
He kind of like looks you over. Did he give you a? He basically says, "Did he give you a waystone?"
A what? No.
Oh well. And he kind of like, as you say no, he just kind of, you can see, even without making an insight check, that he just like does not believe that you actually need to see the Archmage anymore. Oh, he didn't. Okay, well. Yeah, he kind of, if they wanted to see you, they would have given you one of those.
No. No.
Unless you're going to climb the tree, there's no way else, other way to get up there. Unless you can fly. But I wouldn't recommend it if you're not invited. He kind of scratches his eyebrow.
How far would you say we're from the top?
Like, this is Aseth-Lal, you know, this is a pretty big tree. I mean, I don't know.
And my journey continues. I'll just keep on going up.
And he like said, whoa, you can't.
Well, he said that
This is not the way. Either way, this goes to the private quarters.
Whose private quarters?
Well, that's none of your business.
Oh. Well, he did say after 8 hours, come visit him.
He kind of like gives you like a shrug, like I don't know how to help you, man.
Well, if you said this is not the way, then my path continues somewhere else. I turn around, start going somewhere else.
Okay, yeah, and he can continue off. Yeah, and he basically tells you that there's a actual magical means to get up there outside of physical ones, but you don't have it.
Oh.
And so yeah, you'll continue walking around for a bit and roll a d4.
3.
3. Okay, so yeah, after about 3 hours of searching, you come up to a door and you open the door. And as you open the door, you are looking inside of a giant library. And in front of you, you see Dukran High Moon, and he's just kind of like standing there. He kind of like motions you to come on. He's like reading the book with one hand. He's like, "Oh yeah, come on in."
You forgot to give me a waystone?
What? No, just walk through. It's fine.
I'll walk on through.
Yeah, and then as you walk through, he like flickers his hand a little bit, and you don't hear a door shut behind you, but you hear a book shut, and it turns and goes into one of the bookshelves, and it just seems like a inconspicuous book. There's no title on it or anything. And he like picks at his mustache a little bit. All right, follow me. He like puts his hand out.
All right, where are we going?
To my study.
Okay.
Yeah, you take his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, you take his hand, and you both, like a little cloud appears under your feet, and you both begin to fly up, and begin to fly further up into the library. Until eventually there's kind of like you get to a spot, you think you're at the very top of the tree, and from the top comes down almost like another large tree inside, and it's like an upside down mushroom, really. You kind of fly around the edge of it and land on top of there, and you see a bunch of different, arcane instruments and things that you have no idea what they could be.
Yeah.
But you can also see like evidence that this is where he stays. Like you can see like there's a bed, there's all kinds of magical instruments. There's a little, imagine like the Archmage place in Skyrim. Like there's just all kinds of just stuff in there.
All kinds of
Yeah, there's just all kinds of loot in here.
Yeah.
And he kind of just like, he just kind of pats on a wooden chair and asks you to sit.
Okay. I sit.
And he just spins around in front of you, pulls up a stool and like kind of sits in and scoots up to you. You almost kind of get that like you're in a doctor's office kind of feel. And he starts looking you over. And he kind of does a similar thing that the artist did to you before. Like he looks you over and he starts kind of like poking around in different spots, and you can feel your body begin to kind of open up. Like your head begins to open, revealing your brain, because you still have your brain, your heart. Yeah, both of those. He opens you up, and he opens your chest up, and you can see it open up, and you can see your beating heart. It's looking at these tubes. All the tubes, there's like a little box, almost like a pack of like some red juice and some different gizmos that seem to kind of filter it, and it goes back into your heart, and you can see those tubes that go up. You assume to your brain, keeping your brain functioning. And he just kind of looks it over. He kind of squints at it, and he's just like, "How are you still alive?" Like this thing, and he kind of like thumps it, and you can like kind of feel your like, it almost like messes with like the blood flow to your brain a little bit. This thing is, And he just kind of like just looks disgusted with it, like it's just like poorly made for some reason.
I do not know. I just know that I am here.
And he begins to like kind of close that area up, and he doesn't seem very interested in your actual like. And he begins to like kind of open up different areas, and you can actually see now that he's beginning to open up stuff. You can see like you have an actual nervous system, like what you're made up of. Your brain is connected to a spine. Your heart's there, but then all the nerves are actually connected, like cords that have been soldered into like pieces of your skin. And then that, you can see like magical runes on the inside that you're very magical indeed. And he kind of looks at it and he just kind of scratches his head. All right, so all this is connected And he kind of taps the outside, like the outside of your arm, and you can feel it. And then he goes on the inside and taps it in a spot, and you can't feel what he's doing. Like you have no, like you can see that he's just tapping like in a spot where there's nothing there, in between the nerves.
Yeah.
And then he kind of flicks one of the nerves, and it's like almost like a blinding pain as he touches it, and you jump back. And he's like, "Oh, okay, sorry about that. All right. Huh?
That seemed to hurt.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of just a bare nerve. Touching it would be. Sorry about that. Just wanted to make sure that you weren't, like numb to it, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't see anything in here that I would say is like a drug.
No, this is me.
I don't understand. I don't understand how you're not in pain constantly.
I do not, because I am not in battle.
Yeah. Huh. And then he'll continue to research you, and he'll do so for like all night if you.
Yeah, whatever.
And so, yep, it's the next day. You guys all wake up. Oh, big yawn. And if you look outside your windows, over the area where the feast is actually going to be held, there is now a. It basically looks like an angel. There is a. It looks to be a very large, like not like giant size, but a pretty large size humanoid. You can see angel wings. He's wearing like a white shirt and pants. Looks like he's taking this picture taken at the beach, really. You know how that is? He has golden bracers and different guards. He has a great sword in one hand. And his wings are not flapping, but he's kind of just floating over the area. And it's quite an impressive spectacle to see as his shadow kind of casts over the city. And there's like a lot of people like pointing in like, yeah. So you can guess that this is that dude, Kesmon. He has arrived silently. He didn't wake anybody up. He's just there now. But you feel very safe. Like you already felt comfortable here, but you feel like protected, like down to your core. Is there anything in particular anybody else wants to do while time passes on? Rainor has not shown up yet.
I'm just curious, does Kesmon ever go to Pearl's Reach?
You would guess he don't. Yeah, you act like you can make don't have a perception check. We'll just say there's a scene that plays out where like there's two drunken people and they begin to brawl and they punch each other, but neither one of them actually seems hurt. Like they hit him and the guy kind of falls down and he kind of like, "Oh, you hit like a bitch," and like punches him back, and the guy just kind of look at each other, like shrug. Neither one of them takes any damage. So yeah, there's some god work going on right now, and as time goes by, people begin to kind of push the limits of their protection they got, and they start doing some crazy stuff.
Oh boy!
To which the guards end up shackling these people and kicking them out. Like, "Oh, you're getting too crazy. You know, you're over here jumping off buildings. You know, you're protecting everything. Blah blah blah. Don't insult the gods. All that crap." But Kesmon is patient. But the guards put a stop to that, and people don't want to get kicked out, so they don't really push it too much. But this is why nobody dies, and why there's not really much crime right now, because everyone's kind of protected by the god of protection.
Sound like you need to go to Pearl Reach.
You'd guess that Kesmon never shows up for anything.
Yeah.
He's there, but he doesn't show up like this. And then back up with the Archmage and you kind of get like a feeling of like how you're laid out. Like you are, like I said, you are a nervous system connected magically to this. And the Archmage tells you that with time, he can build you better and stronger.
Better and stronger?
Not like, I mean, not your body, but more of your. Do you feel that you're not as good as you used to be? And as he asked that, like Enryu was probably a higher level than you are now. But since you've been put into this body, you've kind of like stuff has always kind of felt different. It's not quite the same.
It is hard to get used to such a new body. This was not my true form.
And looking at these runes, I don't think you'll ever have full control of this body. Not to the caliber that you wish it to be. That he just kind of eyes you over more. I think you're close to your limit.
Is there any way to break my limit? For training never stops. There's always something to learn.
Just have to trust me with your life.
Is the training that harsh?
And it's like, it will probably be painful, but again, you do have a quest. It's going to take time. When your quest is complete, come back and see me.
Shall.
All right. And then he'll take you back down and let you leave.
But how will I come back to find you? Because I was on a long journey to get here.
Oh, don't worry. I can find you whenever I need to.
All right. Well, I just bow. I shall await the training that lies ahead.
Just actually here, and he pulls out just a small blue gem, and he hands it to you. He says, "Okay, well, you're not a mage." I was about to tell you not to tell anyone, but I'm kind of the Archmage, so just use that to come back.
When my quest is over.
Yep.
Then I shall return.
Okay.
I will be ready for the most intense training that I've ever had.
He kind of like rubs his very long mustache and his eyebrows that come down, flips him. Few can withstand training directly from High Moon.
All I can see is Padme from like Kill Bill and like the old Padme movies. That's all I can see.
That's pretty much him. Except he's just not a jerk.
Yeah,
Complete jerk.
Then I shall be looking forward to this, and I guess I'll start heading back into the city to the feast or whatever.
Yeah, he pretty much. Yeah, he basically tells you bad news is that there's like a limit to how good you can be, and basically kind of almost promises you that he can restore you back to the skill you used to have.
All right.
So yeah, on today, I think Belle arrives back in the city. There is a big ass parade for Belle when she gets there. They clear the big main street out. They like clear the way, pushing everybody back. And are you guys like going down the street? Or are you guys watching from your rooms?
I'll go down and check it out.
Yeah, I'll go down. Yeah. A legendary hero coming through.
Yeah. You guys get down there. And so we'll say at the edge of the city, everyone's parted. And then not even so much that the guards are pushing her back. The guards are there, but everyone just kind of like just gets out of the way because it's tradition. Ao is standing at the very edge of the path of the city, and he waits and looks towards the hills. And time passes by. And then time passes by. And people start kind of looking around at each other. And then, over the hill, this blonde-haired girl. What's she dressed in, Mary?
She'll probably still have the same, like, green velvet cape thing.
Yeah.
And then, like, a pretty white peasanty dress. You know, like, off the shoulder and laces up in the middle and, super simple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and in the distance you see this girl kind of just like skipping over the hills, and she's playing a ocarina, and these little birds dance around her. She has this bear with her, and what else does she have? You got Henry, Benry, and
I mean, she had a was it a goat or a sheep?
Yeah, there was a bear, a goat, and then a pig, I think, or something. I don't remember what the other one was. There's three that you always got out.
I just remember Henry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Henry was definitely the main one.
Ben couldn't hit nothing.
And so it's just her by herself. If you don't see anyone with her, she just is skipping down the road. And as she approaches, Ao holds out his hand, and she takes his hand, and they turn and they begin walking together back down the path. And the cheers erupt, and people begin to throw pink petals into the air. and the party begins again. And as they walk, the crowd begins to, the streets begin to close off again behind them as the people crowd back in. But as it's very much going with them, kind of thing. And I think Galvin, you would definitely pick up that even though she's alone, you don't think you've ever seen a more protected person in existence. Like,
I know what's going on.
like you just kind of, maybe just out of the corner of your eye, you don't think you've ever noticed any more crows in the city than there are at this point in time. And she has an elite posse that follows her around that she is probably aware of, but their instructions are to stay out of sight. So yeah, that's like the big event of the day. Eventually, some of the other Hayes show up. Nathan and family, they show up. And, there's this another, yay, they're here, but it's nothing anywhere near when Belle comes back.
Yeah.
The news that Sam Hayes, excuse me, not Simon. Sam Hayes shows back up, but when Sam shows up, it's pulled by a closed chariot, and no one has actually seen him, what he looks like ever. There's even word that when he is actually at the feast, he's always completely cowed. There's a lot of rumors, a lot of bad rumors about him, but nothing has been confirmed to the public about what's going on with him. And the day will continue to pass. Again, like other people will show up, other big figures that, from the books. Unless there's anything you guys want to do specifically, the day will pass again. Raynor's still not here.
Just go pick up our stuff.
Yeah. I think what stuff was showing up on the day?
Halberd.
Yeah, the halberd shows up, and it's got it's as you wanted it. You got the symbol. Did you want it like towards the blade or like on the
actual blade part of the halberd?
Yeah, he's got that on there for sure. He also shows up with Perry's spinner sword, and he's just like, "Yeah, bro," and he kind of swings it, and it kind of
it spins.
It spins. He's like, "Oh!"
Oh my god!
He just sits there, just spins, like, "Yeah, bro, yeah." He shows up with your teeth, your grill.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got
So that +1 charisma.
Yeah, got your +1 charisma. Then what else what's he going to have in one day? Not that, not yours either. He's got, yours is ready too. He's just attached a blade to it, really. Yeah. Yours is good. So you guys got your bonuses. And yeah.
Ooh, I guess I'll need to make my way to the Archmage and get my helmet.
Oh, yeah. Actually, he'll come to you, because he's a pretty punctual dude. He's not like Artist. He doesn't forget stuff. This dude, this has got a mind like a steel trap. He'll actually, in your room, as you walk back in, like your helmet will be sitting there, and he'll have like a note for you there. And no, he won't do it like that. He'll actually, when you go back into your room, he'll just be there.
Archmage High Moon, what are you doing here?
Oh, sorry for the intrusion, but I wanted to give this back to you personally, and he hands it over to you.
Oh, did you find out anything about it? Did you see anything?
And he kind of looks at you and is like, kind of that giving tell, like, oh yeah, I saw a lot. This, and he kind of pats it, belonged to the Raven Queen herself. She wore this before. Well, you haven't read the book yet.
No.
When she was her old self, and he kind of taps it.
She was mortal before, yeah?
This was more of a ceremonial headpiece that she had. There was more to it. It wasn't just so simple at the time, but that was a long time ago.
Why would you give it away?
That is a curious question. I mean, I don't really see someone like her giving away a precious memory like this of herself. But here it is.
I step probably about, I guess, to the edge of the room, then activate the necrotic shroud.
Yeah.
And his wings pop out, and his eyes go black.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen anything like this?
He kind of strokes everything. And he'll basically be like, well, do you really want to know? If you've forgotten, maybe there's a reason.
Maybe I don't need to know.
Well, I'll leave that up to you.
She made me her weapon. That's what I was chosen for. I should have died.
He starts stroking everything, and he starts like pacing back and forth while you're talking. Like he's really like, you can see like the cogs really working in his head.
Do the gods select people to, I don't know, forward their will?
Oh yes, all the time. Well, I say all the time, but there's usually a handful per god, you could say. Some that, prove their worth, end up becoming, I guess you could say, avatars of their deity. Those chosen for a higher purpose.
When I wear this helmet, I can see someone watching over me. It's not her, it's someone else.
He kind of like looks across the room.
His name is Azar.
Old elf about this tall.
Exactly. You can see it.
Oh yeah, I can see many things.
Did he speak to you?
No, he doesn't speak to me, and I don't think you realized that I saw him until now. He seems to be hiding or attempting to.
He was given a task as well, to guide me.
You know for what purpose?
No. Maybe for the quest I'm on.
Maybe. Has he spoken to you?
We haven't talked. Not in a while.
Well, then I would say that you're probably on the correct path.
This item is cursed.
If you would call it that. I call it heavily burdened myself. A lot of history in this thing.
I suppose I'll take more time with Azar. Maybe he can tell me something.
Okay, well, thank you very much for letting me look it over. It was an enlightening experience, to say the least. And unless you have anything else to ask him, he'll be on his way. He'll actually walk out and go out the door. Just walking. Yeah. Is there anything else anybody wants to investigate?
I do actually.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I'll have to turn this air on while we're doing this. I'm sorry, everyone that's listening, but it's hot in
very,
here.
very weird one. I'm gonna go and find out like a secluded area, and I'm gonna take out the crow coin and kind of just flick it.
Yeah, you're what did they give you, a silvered one or a wooden one?
I think this was a silver coin. No, it was the coin that that bandit guy had a long time ago.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly.
It was a way for them to track.
Right. I just can't remember if it was silver or wooden.
I think it was a wooden one.
Was it?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
It should be wooden.
Okay,
I just
wooden.
wanted to make sure that I didn't like tell you it was silver or something.
Yeah, wooden coin. I'm just flicking it.
Yeah.
He's trying to get their attention.
Yeah, you're flicking it. Burrell is still around. He's always around. Like he's kind of like your chaperone at this point. Like wherever you guys go, even if you don't want him around, he's just kind of there.
Anyway, I'm gonna, Bro, I've noticed, I've been keeping track of who's been coming into the city as far as famous. I haven't seen Rainor yet.
Yeah. He was last seen flying south across the ocean, and I actually haven't heard any word since, which is troubling. We're looking for him, but what could a big, huge dragon be?
Well, you said that Ao had a way to call him.
Yeah, the flame's burning currently. Yeah, and it's like it's pretty much the large passageway into where Ao's kind of call it the throne room. Above that, kind of out from the tree, it's still pretty high up. There's a brazier that burns in a bright green flame, and they lit that after you guys had your audience.
So no one knows where he is now.
Nope.
So he was seen going south toward Riverfall?
The only civilization we have in that direction, unless he's gone to do something else. But we don't know. He doesn't really tell us anything.
I've heard he's like that. Alright.
But he has to be here for the feast. It's law.
Feast is tomorrow, right?
Still 2 days out
2
from
days
here.
out.
Yeah.
Okay. I was starting to wonder because, a lot of people are showing up at this point, and people are going to get worried. Especially when the giant dragon isn't here.
Well, what else can I do for you?
You can teach me how to do that thieves can't stuff,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. You think you just gonna pick it up?
I can try.
All right. He throws some thieves can out. Make a intelligence check.
What is my intelligence? 17.
17. He's basically giving you like the ABCs. It's like, this is part of your training, you got to practice this every night. And then we can start moving on to other things. But, it is its own language, basically, so it's going to take time. And they've been training you in Thieves' Camp, but it's just going to take time for you to learn it. But you with the 17, you can, when they're throwing Thieves' Camp, you can get an idea of what they're saying. You, like if it's being like really specific, you may not actually know, but if they're like telling you a direction or something, you can get that, or like a location, like a simple location. As long as it's simplified, you got it.
Okay, cool.
But if they're like, stab the guy under his third rib when he takes 2 steps, then you're like, what?
Got it. I'm just gonna bug him and ask him about the crow stuff.
Yeah, and he's reluctant to tell you much of anything because you're kind of like you're an initiate right now. You're not really in, but you're on your way to being in, kind of thing. So he kind of what he tells you is stuff you already know, really.
Okay. That's how I'll pass a little bit of time, and I'll just kind of walk around the city and continue just like drawing things and all that stuff.
Yeah, cool deal. And time will continue to pass unless there's anything specific anybody wants to do. Keep on rolling. And then the next day, one day before the feast begins, today, Ruby is arriving in the city. Ruby arrives in the city.
Did she punch a hole and walk through it?
No. Damn it. Ruby arrives in what looks almost like a crystal carriage. Like it's very white, jagged, like very, almost like it's been formed out of crystal, very much. And It looks, as she's driving through, it looks like, imagine like a crystal goblet that has like a red wine poured in it, and it kind of like looks like it sloshes around in the bottom as she drives through. But people can see her. She looks just like Belle, but she's not. She's older now. Like she's not the same age anymore. She was matured. I think that was one of her things that she got. Like Nicholas made her older. She was a little bit older when last time you guys saw her, I think, as well. But now she's not Lolita girl anymore. You know, she's not a lolly anymore. She's a woman. She doesn't have a driver for her carriage. It's pulled by 2 black horses, and they just pull the carriage where it needs to go. It's almost kind of eerie. And no one really cheers when she shows up. It's very like a lot of people like take a knee, like a lot of humans do. Not so much the elves. But the word you get around is she pretty much leads. She's in charge of. There's a city now around the vineyard, and she rules that. The vineyard itself is holy ground, and this kind of like a city is built around it. And she still lives in the manor. And and she only comes out for the Heroes Feast, as far as anyone's aware.
Is Scarlet with her?
Scarlet is not with her. Who else needs to show up? Nathan's already arrived with their family. Sam's there. Ruby's there now. Aside from the party members and the god characters, I think everyone's already here pretty much.
I think.
Yeah, Hamo's not here yet. But the word around is that Hamo's already here. They think, people are like, I think Hamo's already here. I think I saw him walking. But you guys don't know for sure. But Hamo hasn't arrived yet. Hamo arrives. The horns blare. Every time someone shows up of importance, the horns sound over the city. Roll a d20 real quick.
Me?
Yeah.
The drift.
11.
11. Okay, that's good enough. Plus Hamo's skill. So, the streets, you know, the people in the streets aren't really moving out of the way or anything, but everyone's looking, and you see over the hill like a lot of dust kicking up. And you see this chariot with a horse, and a man that looks to be a Hamo driving it himself, but he's got like all white on. He got this. Like, what was your outfit? Was it all white, or was that Terrence's?
No, I was all white.
Was that?
You did all white too?
I think both did.
So you got that same old outfit from the first season on.
Even with the cane and
You got the
everything.
cane,
You got
the hat.
You got the cane kind of like in your hand. He's hitting the horses, but the weird thing is, the horses are running, but the cart's just kind of going sideways. And he drifts all the way down the street the whole way. And roll D4 real quick.
There we go. 2.
Okay. So on a 2, yeah, he's drifting, and then one of the wheels kind of break off, and it kind of stops, and everything gets kind of awkward for a minute, and a couple of the soldiers like run in and like they pick it up, and he's still sitting there, and they replace the wheel, and he hits the horses again, and it starts pulling. And then he pulls them to the side, and the horses jerk. The car goes sideways again, and he straightens the horses back up, and he starts going sideways in the street. He arrives at the place where they're arriving, like the main entry to the place. You see a poof of shadows. He's gone. And the door kicks open.
Yeah.
And you see shoes come out first. And Hamo steps out and makes his entrance, and people start clapping and going wild. He's a showman. He got sideways. Too bad his wheel broke, though.
Yeah, I know.
That's a long way to go sideways. Yeah. All right, Hamo's there. Then another day will pass. You guys will get your armors. Yours is coming on the third day. And then it is finally the final day of the feast. Like, it's time for the feast. The feast itself is... what time do you want the feast to start out, kick off at night, or do you want it kind of during the day thing?
I think it was more of Mary's idea.
Was it? I thought it was. Okay. Yeah, what... you want to, like, kick off at night, like a big night party, Mary, or you want to be like a...
Day drinking.
Like 12 p.m., bam, it's time.
10 a.m.
10?
Lunch party.
Oh my god. Jeez.
Get the mimosas and Bloody Marys out.
3 o'clock in the afternoon. Gone.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so...
Everyone takes a nap, and then it goes into the night.
okay, so... You guys, it's early morning, and all of you at the same time wake up. You feel something off in the air, something weird. And when you listen, you don't hear people cheering. You don't hear much of anything. You walk out on the balcony, and everyone is looking towards the dinner, the large table that's raised up above everything else. Everyone's looking towards that, and everyone is silent, and everyone is waiting. And a bell begins to ring, and it chimes out 10 times. And on the 10th one, a golden light kind of comes from the sky, and then like a flame begins to kind of burn over in the other area, and this darkness kind of surrounds the ground, and several different things start happening all at once. Osiran, I'll let you go first. Osiran, how do you enter to the feast?
All right. Bang. So the clouds open up. I guess this is a bright sunny day, I imagine. So the clouds open up, and you can see basically what is the kingdom. Mm-hmm. But you see like a golden road coming all the way down, as it's led by Valkyries and men of like armor too.
Right.
They're first. Then followed by that, you got like Pegasus. Was it Pegasi?
Yeah.
What's plural? Pegasus. Pegasus.
Pegasus.
They got the gold reins and everything going to the car that's like gold and white. Mm-hmm. And then, as it goes on, you see the chariot, and you see Osiran now. Yeah. Fully decked out in like white armor and like gold. Yeah. Also on top of that, he's surrounded by Valkyries in armor. Mm-hmm. And muses. Yeah, they coming on down. Like
he got the whole entourage with him.
It's like something bigger than what Nicholas would have.
Yeah.
Coming on down, right? And right before he steps back onto the mortal plane, he sits there and looks at everyone. Mm-hmm. The feast. I wonder what my dumbass brother is. I don't even. God, he's gonna show up on a donkey, and then as I look, I look around left and right, like, and then the muses run around, and they like hurry up and throw rose petals on the ground before he steps back on the mortal plane. Okay, yeah. Leading all the way up to where it needs to be. Then I step down and I start walking down the street, looking at everybody.
Oh, are you going down the street, or do you want to be up on the area?
Oh, you want to? Yeah, I can fall down on the
You can go down the street if you want to.
I kind of want to, yeah.
I mean, you're the god. What do you want to do?
Yeah. Walking down the street, looking at people as I look left and right.
And everyone's just like, no one's cheering. Everyone's just like,
yeah. As I'm looking at her, I'm like, needs more. Gold rose petals fall. Man, that's better. That's way more light. So walking down the street and walk towards where the feast is being held.
Yeah. And everyone, no one gets in the way. Everyone moves. And you're not like dwarf size. Like you guys are like 10 foot tall. Like at the end of that, you can change your size if you want to be like normal size. But
coming in being tall, but like once the feast happens, shrink back down to normal size.
Okay. They gotcha. And so then after that scrying, how do you want to show up?
So over that same hill that Bill came over, right?
Right.
You start hearing look.
Okay.
and all these dwarven hovercrafts, right? Just kind of barely hovering the ground, right? And they move pretty slow, about the same as horse, you know.
Okay. So now the one has hovercrafts. At least Scron does.
Yeah. And they just kind of hover real slow over the hill.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of them, right?
Get your whole gang.
Yeah. Scran, of course, is in the front. Arms crossed. Mean mugging a little bit. And as they pull up, you know, to the little walkway, Scran hops off, flexes a little bit, and it says, he claps one time and goes, "Form Scrantron!" all the other guards jump up and form like a giant Scran flexor.
And this mysterious explosion is gonna behind it.
Yeah. And then Scran just walk, sit down. Look weaker than last time.
I'm a whole lot stronger than you.
Doubtful.
What's your forehead?
My what?
Your what? She looks like a 4. Where is she?
Hey, where's Irene?
He's probably standing behind him with a knife on him.
You couldn't find a better way to enter.
That was epic.
That was dumb.
What, you jumped from a cloud.
It's elegance. You see that? It's graceful.
Terrible form.
What was that? They all formed something stupid. What was that?
That was dwarven strength at its finest.
That was the weakest of dwarven strengths I've ever seen in my life.
And at this time, Hamo, you can. Do you want like an entrance to the feast itself, or?
Well, I'll just be kind of walking down the street, just disappearing, and I'm always just sitting up there,
Yeah.
just looking at them too. Like,
Yeah, you guys are just arguing, and then you realize that Hamo's been sitting there.
like
Maybe
y'all
gods, but he's just there all of a sudden.
Like y'all are still short. I'm still taller than both of you sitting down.
What is this mere mortal saying?
You must not remember when you were mortal.
We're not really.
You remember
mortals
these?
anymore.
I mean,
You don't remember these?
I ascended to godhood, yeah, and
Yeah, they're still.
you won't be able to touch nothing here. Where's Ayo?
Put your mortality to the side and let's go.
Oh my
He
god.
won't do it.
200
Of course he
years.
won't do it.
200 years. I don't understand. Where's Ayo Bell?
Don't make me
Rainor?
treat you like Owen.
Oh, please. Oh yeah, and I forgot the oath of a brother Owen. Oh.
Yeah. How does Bell and Ao? How you guys want to come in?
Probably
guess-
not flashy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys just kind of like you guys just walk in and sit down.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, like that'd be like,
I kind of imagine you guys would be like
Beds
the
and-
last
Like
ones to show up, really.
yeah.
But so whatever you
Yeah,
guys
we're
want.
kind of the host, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So then, yeah, the Hayes family they begin to come out. I see Nathan. Miss Eve is she's still alive, still blessed. 200
Wait,
years
it's
later,
been 200 years. Is she walking around somewhere?
huh?
Is she walking around somewhere? Like she close by?
She's walking into like they're kind of like parading everyone in right now.
Roll them up. See them stats after 200 years.
She looks the exact same as she did last time you saw her when you was
Last
Yeah,
year.
we're not really mortals anymore.
Perfection still at
But
its finest.
the thing that you guys do know is that they weren't gifted the same immortality as the party was, but they're still there. So as far as the story goes, even the gods don't know how they're still alive. There's something going on. You don't know if you guys would know, but just for the sake of it, I'm not going to spoil it.
That's fine.
The gods keep it to themselves. Yeah, they show up. Nathan, Miss Eve. They have their children are with them, but they go. They sit off to the side. Sam. He comes out. He's like, even like he's got that kind of. kind of that Dementor Harry Potter look to him. Like, but he's not like, you know, all raggedy and flying in the air. He seems like very tall and slender and odd. And he kind of just comes and just sits silently at one of the chairs. Ruby, she comes out. She's dressed in a long, very crimson colored dress with almost kind of a, not quite black, but like the front, like flurry part is very almost black, like even darker than the rest. You got that very, very vampire feel to her, you know.
Yeah.
She's got some big hair going on right now. And she comes in and she doesn't have like a big crazy arm or anything. She looks like a normal person, really. Aside from even the gods at the table still just kind of. Does he feel like he still don't want to mess with her? she takes a seat. Who else we got? We got Owen, Nicholas, and who else? Is that it? And you guys, Rainor. Yeah, Rainor. He'll be there. Yeah, and there's like a thunderclap, and there's just like a big shadowy cloud that just kind of floats in, and just kind of this weird like creepy shadow just kind of spins down onto a chair. Boom. And then Owen's just kind of sitting there, and he's kind of like he pulls his helmet off and sits it on the table, and you can see his short blonde hair that he had and blue eyes, and this is, you know, his human face, and he just sits there and kind of crosses his arms and like nothing flashy. He just kind of sits back.
Just trying to look at
And he just kind of like he just mean mugs Oseron for a while.
You could have done better. Maybe.
I don't need to show off my strength. I just am strong.
God, sure about that?
Oh yeah, I'm damn sure. And he kind of leans forward and kind of like hits his fist on the table. And you still aren't going to take the city back from me, so give it up.
You know,
Summershade's mine.
there's gonna come a time when I will free those people. When it does, it'll happen.
I'll tell you what else is going to happen. Death comes for everybody.
I mean, yeah.
Even gods.
No. Let's hurry. Does death come for us?
And like Owen's he's not even grinning. He's just like giving you like that cold stare.
Brother, does death even come for you? Does it come knocking?
No, he's not allowed in. He knows that.
There you go.
And Owen just kind of sits back and like crosses his legs to the side and puts his arm over the back of the chair and just kind of. I know the people in chat are like, what? There was 2 times in the first season where Oseron hit Owen for 3 damage.
Oh my god. No. Worse than most females just don't let nothing go. It's like 200 years ago.
I bet you would like to forget.
I don't need to. God. Where's everybody else at? Where's Rainor?
Yeah. And Rainor is actually going to be the very last to arrive. And then just from the same entrance where everybody else has been coming through, an older man with a black hair and a black beard and that one white line in his beard comes walking out, and he has the same white robes on. He just kind of comes walking out. Just his bare feet kind of slap against the wood, and he just kind of sits down in a chair. Then it's Nicholas, and he just kind of sits there and.
I will note that AO is going to remain standing until Rainor gets there.
Yeah. Yeah. And,
he'll nod at Nicholas.
yeah, okay, so you're out there? Okay.
Yeah. I guess. Are we out there?
Yeah, I didn't know if you guys were actually out there or not yet. I didn't know if you guys wanted to walk in after everyone got there or be there at the table.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be able to.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. Nicholas gets there. Who is now the god of creation. He just kind of has like this just this smirk on his face the whole time. He's just kind of looking at everybody. It's good to see all you again.
Likewise.
You too, Nick.
Oh yeah. Now you guys are aware of what's happening down south right now, right?
You mean in my city?
No, the Riverfall.
Oh, yeah.
This will be very interesting to see how our little young adventurers handle all that.
They'll do fine. I believe in them.
And he kind of just picks up the tip of his nose and kind of flicks it.
They seemed okay when I left.
Yeah. He kind of sits back and pulls out a golden pocket watch and kind of looks at it. All right, about 10 minutes. And he kind of gives you all a knowing look. And I know you guys don't know what I'm talking about, but your characters know what he's talking about. And he kind of just sits back and he kind of looks up at Kesmon and kind of waves him away. And then Kesmon, the very large angel, just kind of disappears. And people start looking at each other kind of oddly. And none of you, the normal party members of this story, you guys don't feel quite as protected anymore. And kind of this not very good feeling begins to wash over everyone. Ayo, you're not really sure what they're talking about. They haven't clued him in. They haven't clued in Bell or Ayo. Hamo seems to know what they're talking about. And Nicholas just kind of sits over there. And he kind of gives you guys that look of. And everything just gets awkwardly quiet.
Nicholas, what is going on?
And he kind of flips open his watch and looks at it again. About 7 minutes.
Why have you dismissed our guardian?
We're about to have a real party.
Last time we said that, next thing I know, our parents' souls were all taken away and caused one big adventure. You remember that? Oh, one big party. Happy birthday, Belle. Oh, Reuben.
And now look at you. You gods, you rulers, you're immortal. Come on. It all worked out.
And yet you're going to put us to the test again.
It's not my doing. I didn't make it happen. I just, what's the point of having an adventure if no one can get hurt?
This is not an adventure. This is a celebration.
Innocent people.
Well, I expect all of you to do your very best.
The last time we did our very best, you had 3 gods inside of you, and we took them.
I mean, I gave them away.
And we took them.
What's your plan? Did you not tell anybody anything about what's going on out there?
No, everything is how it should be. I mean, what kind of adventures can these kids have if we're out there, stopping everything bad that can happen? Right, and then no one's just yeah, let them die.
Be quiet, Owen.
He just kind of kicks his feet back on the table. And Nicholas kind of flips open his watch. 5.
You want to challenge these children?
Well, I mean, I think all of your times are kind of over with, right? Your legend is secure.
The hell is he talking about?
What about yours?
You know this can affect you too.
Well, yeah. But life existence is just really boring if there's no challenge, right?
And which group of adventurers would you be willing to put to the test here today?
To toy with.
All of them.
Quick question for the DM. Am I the only one that knows any of the backstory other than Nicholas?
Of what?
What's going on about the whole...
You know, Hamo knows because Hamo had to assign the quest to this group.
So would he be the only one that knows other than Nicholas?
Yeah, but the godlike characters, they're not completely omnipotent, but you guys can kind of just... Gods always just kind of know stuff, you know?
Yeah.
You guys know that there's stuff on the horizon, but again, spoilers, can't say it yet. And then, so Nicholas kind of clicks open his watch again. All right, 3 minutes.
Where's Rainor?
Why are you still counting? What are you counting for?
Oh, he's on his way. He should be here.
Is he your challenge?
30. What? No. Well, maybe.
What did you do to our brother?
Nothing. I didn't do anything.
It's not him. Are the adventurers too late?
Let's hope not.
You're gonna toy with them how you toy with us. They're innocent people. They're good.
And he's kind of like, and like you're speaking from like, you know, the life part of your and like just your general good person. And even though Nicholas no longer has the spirit of Murubal that is now Scrying, he's still kind of his same old self, you know.
Yeah.
He's not so much as he's being evil about it, but he's very. You do know he's up to no good for sure. And he kind of flips up his watch again. It's about that time. And
what are you not telling us?
Well, I know several of us at the table know that there's something coming. And, well, you know, it's really not our position to handle it, you know?
There are innocent people in this city.
There's a lot of them. And then you can like, as like, it's not like we're like a quiet. He's being pretty loud about it, and you can like hear people getting worried. Kind of people like you can hear like the kind of the murmur of like the large crowd as like what they're saying is beginning to spread out throughout the city.
Is Rainor okay?
45
Or is
seconds.
that what you're counting for just because you don't know?
He kind of like looks over. He kind of looks south, and you guys can see the silhouette of a dragon approaching, a very large dragon. And now Nicholas just kind of looks off.
We need to ready these adventurers.
You need to ready yourselves.
I think we might.
Grabs a necklace.
And Nicholas closes his watch and puts it away and kind of stands up, and he kind of like shakes his arms a little bit. All right, fam, let's get ready. And you can see Rainor in the distance flying, and it doesn't look like he's all wormed out or anything, but you begin to see things fall from him as he's flying, like small things, especially the people at the table. You guys have like off the charts perception. Now you guys know that there's stuff falling from him, and Rainor is flying in very fast, like he's like not making the gentle landing. Rainor actually tucks his wings in and flies directly to where everyone's sitting and crashes into it. Wood and splinter go everywhere. All of the heroic characters go flying, and as the dust clears, the dragon Rainor stands there. And Rainor, you know that something is very wrong with you, and that your mind is almost gone, and that the heroes are going to have to fight with you. What do you say?
Prepare yourselves.
And he says that large purple worms kind of fall from his mouth onto the ground, and they rise up and they begin lurching for people in the city. And quickly after that, Raynor's eyes kind of go into this blank color, and he lets out this feral roar as he loses himself. And the heroic party, you guys gather yourselves in preparation to fend off Rainor from the city. And the actual party that we guys are playing, you guys have seen this, and you guys know what's going on. And you guys prepare yourselves to either get the potion to him, whatever you got to do. He's here now. The city's going to have to be defended. And you guys, I'm assuming, rush in, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. You guys rush down, and we'll stop there for tonight.
Yeah.
Nicholas and crash the hero's feast. God, man. Yeah, Raynor seems, obviously he's infested, but you guys have the means to fix it, and this is going to be this isn't the coming up. It's not the last fight, spoilers, but it's going to be a very, I would say, a cinematic fight for sure. Thank you guys very much for watching this Charisma Plus. I think maybe, depending on how next time goes, we may be able to finish it up, but more than likely going because this whole scene is going to have to play out, and then we got the ending scene to get to. So maybe 2 more episodes, and then we'll be finished. We may be able to get on next one, but I don't know. We'll see. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you guys have a fan or anything you want to say to any of us, hashtag Charisma Plus on Twitter, and we'll feature it if it's fan art next time. Thank you guys very much for watching. We'll be back next Saturday. Bye, everybody. Yeah.